Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this live stream. All right, where we're going to talk really quickly about the astrology of President Trump being elected president, actually. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about President Trump. I have the comments pulled up here, so for those of you into the live stream, I will be able to read your comments on my phone over here to the left while I pull up the astrology wheel so that we can get a little bit into the astrology of President Trump being elected president. Let's talk a little bit about what was going on with the planets, on November 8th, 2016, which was the day that President Trump was elected president of the United States. I hope everyone's having a good morning out there, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Shalita. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get a little bit into the astrology of President Trump being elected the president of the United States. Okay, let's talk about what was going on with the United States at the time that Trump was elected. Maybe we can explain a few things because a lot of us are still asking why. I know I am. So let's just get into it, okay? I don't want this live stream to be too quick. But for those of you who are in the room, I am doing live readings. If I'm here, I'm doing live readings. So you can donate to my super chat or donate to my PayPal. Okay. Ooh, that's definitely not the right link. Jesus, this is gonna take a minute. Not a minute, but it's just gonna take a second for me to get the link. How's everyone doing today on this Tuesday morning? We're in Tuesday now, all right? At least it's Tuesday where I am. And for those of you who have been keeping up with our astrology talks, Tuesday is associated with what planet, you guys? Do you guys know what planet Tuesday is associated with? So I got the link for the PayPal, which I prefer PayPal donations rather than super chat donations. But hey, Killer Trilla. Hey, Singing Girl. Hey, Shalita. You can donate anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, so on and so forth. Exactly, Killer Trilla. Tuesday is associated with Mars. So Mars is a very action-oriented planet. So that's the good thing about Tuesday is that, it's a very action-oriented day, but at the same time, Mars is very assertive, very aggressive, it can be very, cutthroat. Okay, so be careful with that energy as well. We do have Mercury and Sag currently going soon in retrograde. So, hey, Maury, how are you? Keep that in mind. So let's get right into the astrology of Donald Trump becoming president of the United States of America, you guys. I'm going to share my screen. And that's not the link I wanted to pull up. So obviously, as we can see, Trump was elected, president on November 8th, 2016. You're on early. Loved the live yesterday. Yes, I enjoyed it too. It was really, really fun. So Trump was elected, president on November 8th, 2016. So here I have the chart pulled up here on the chart, that we'll be using, the chart calculator that we'll be using. I already have the information plugged in November 8th, 2016 at 8 p.m. I chose the day 8 p.m. because by this time Trump was elected, president, and he was officially announced president of the United States, at least in Washington, D.C., which is the the location that I'll be using for this birth chart reading. So this is basically what was going on at the time that Trump was elected president. Okay, we have a lot of energy here in Scorpio in the fifth house. Okay, so the fifth house is, the sun. This is, our creativity. This is, our expression, self-expression. So it's interesting that at the time we had a lot of Scorpio energy in the fifth house. We have the sun in Scorpio in the fifth house. We have the Lilith in Scorpio in the fifth house, which can speak of the nastiness. I don't know if you guys remember, but when Trump was elected president, there was a lot of nastiness going on in the air. People, there were a lot of riots and things like that. That can relate to this Lilith in Scorpio in the 5th house energy. People were feeling very expressive, especially in terms of like their anger. Because remember, Lilith can be anger. Lilith is the energy when, we don't have control over our emotions. It's also the energy of when we don't get our way. So, Lilith and Scorpio in the 5th house was definitely, I think, prominent when Trump was elected. Lots and lots of riots. Even from the Republican Party, they were kind of nasty as well, so that's that Scorpio energy. We also have the vertex in Scorpio. So this can be like, past life, old themes coming up, so that's why, also during that time, we saw a lot of history being repeated, in certain, ways. So that's interesting. We also have Mercury in Scorpio. So Mercury deals with communication, it deals with the mind, intellect. It also deals with our thoughts. So, a lot of, when Trump was elected, a lot of people were thinking the worst. And we were also expressing that. A lot of people were expressing, their distaste of Trump being elected and their fear of what would happen moving forward. That's that Mercury in Scorpio, thinking deep, but maybe thinking a bit too deep in the 5th house, then expressing that fear, because Pluto is associated with fear, right? Hey, Siobhan. So we're talking about, what was going on with the planets at the time that President Trump was elected president, November 8th, 2016. So we currently have the chart for, that day, all right, pulled up. And we're just going through the placements to see, maybe if we can explain why he was elected president, why everything, panned out the way it did. So we have Saturn in Sagittarius and Venus in Sagittarius, both in the 6th house. The 6th house deals with, it's also ruled by Mercury. So this is, communication. This is work. This is self-improvement as well. This is routine. So with Sagittarius, energy in the 6th house, with Saturn in Sagittarius in the 6th house, our, work routines, were, how do I say this? Also with money in Venus, there was a lot of like, I remember when, he was elected president, there was a lot of issues with long distance, like travel. Like, I think people like, certain countries were like banning Americans from being able to travel and things like that. That can relate to the Saturn and this Venus and Sag energy in the 6th house, right? I remember a lot of people were also like doing drastic things like quitting their jobs, and a lot of people were actually moving, across the country, across the world, trying to get away from, the United States. So this can definitely speak of that Venus and Saturn energy, both in Sagittarius and the 6th house. Remember, the 6th house is self-improvement, it's routine. So when Trump was elected president, a lot of our routines, were kind of, uprooted. We had to, find new ways of living, find new ways of coping. Like things literally shifted when he, was elected president. And it shifted, especially in terms of like long distance, traveling. It shifted also in terms of like our money, in terms, long distance, trade, things like that with the Saturn and Venus, both in Sag in the 6th house. Now we also, hey Christine, hey Siobhan, hey Mark, you remember that? Yes. Siobhan, also we're figuring out how we made America great. We are figuring out how we made America great again, Siobhan. That's exactly what we're doing. Child, Lord. But you know what? This is gonna, it's all gonna come full circle in the end, because we're gonna look at where we are today compared to where we were then. All right, 2 years ago. Because remember, we're, November 8th. It's literally been a year. Today is November what? November 13th, I think. So, it's been a year since, Trump has been elected president. So a lot of things have changed. Oh, you guys are at work? Oh, you're at the dentist with your son? Yes, Shalita. So let's get into Pluto and Capricorn in the 7th house. So this is our one-on-one relationships. So with Pluto and Capricorn, this is our stability, our stability going through transformations and transitions, Remember, Pluto deals with fear. So a lot of, people are maybe pulling their money from the stock market, a lot of people were fearing the worst in terms of their stability, how their lives were going to change with, President Trump being elected president. And this also, I feel, shifted a lot of personal relationships. I feel like a lot of personal relationships during that time took a hit, all right? Like, I feel like there was a lot of polarizing energy, especially with this Pluto and Capricorn in the 7th house, because remember, Capricorn is status. Remember, Capricorn is also, our status, our status in the world, our status in society. So a lot of us, when it comes to, politics, we're very particular, about, maintaining our status. So a lot of people kind of, I believe, chose the Republican Party to maintain their status, but, with that comes, some polarizing energy, because, the Republican Party, versus the Democrat Party, that's a whole separate topic, right? But with Pluto and Capricorn in the 7th house, I think a lot of personal relationships took a hit. And I think a lot of personal relationships are still taking a hit at this time, because we do still have Pluto in Capricorn, but I would be interested to see what house it's in right now. So let's move on to Mars in Capricorn. We had Mars in Capricorn at the time that President Trump was elected in the 8th house. So the 8th house is ruled by Pluto. Oh, you just woke up on the East Coast or on the West Coast? Yeah, okay, so it's like 6 o'clock on the West Coast, because it's 9 a.m. here, 9:30 here, and I know that the West Coast is like 3 hours behind where I am. I gotta go get my food so I can be thankful next week for my country. 'Tis of thee. Yes. Oh yeah, we need to do a live about Thanksgiving as well. But let's continue on. We have Mars and Capricorn in the 8th house. So the 8th house is, Pluto energy. There was a lot of Pluto energy at the time that Trump was elected president. Pluto is transformation. Pluto is evolution. Now, the interesting thing about Pluto is that, with evolution and transformation, it can be either a good experience or a negative experience. In this case, for certain people, it was a good experience. And for others, it was a negative experience, but either way, we were all transformed, all right, when President Trump was elected president. Now, it's interesting because we have Mars in Capricorn, and, Mars enjoys being in Capricorn because Capricorn is a very dominant, very assertive zodiac sign for the most part. But Capricorn is very status, status seeking, maintaining status, whereas Mars is more so about power. But when you put the two together, status and power are kind of intertwined. So, it makes sense as why there was such an emphasis on status and power at that time, and maintaining status and power, especially when it came to politics, all right? We also have the Moon in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, both in the 9th house, and the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter. So this makes sense as why, I feel like when it came to the borders outside of our country, other countries, other countries were kind of looking at us sideways, with this Moon and Pisces and Neptune energy in the 9th house. Because remember, the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, right? So Jupiter is long distance energy. Jupiter is, open-mindedness. It's also different cultures, and things like that. So a lot of countries, a lot of people from different cultures and backgrounds were looking at us sideways, and we're kind of second guessing certain things about America, because remember, Pisces, aka Neptune energy, is about illusions and confusions. It's also about boundaries. So with that, we found a lot of countries, asserting certain boundaries with us. All right, once Trump became elected president, for the good and for the bad, right? But asserting boundaries based on like protecting themselves, because they, with this kind of energy, with both the Moon in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces in the 9th house, it's about not knowing where America's values lie, not knowing where America's morals lie. Because remember, the 9th house is also about values and morals, right? But when we have this Neptune energy in the 9th house, values and morals can get muddied, they can get a bit confusing, it was real weird, right? All that Pluto energy. Wow, I know, right, Siobhan? There was so much Pluto energy when he was elected. Yes, Christine. So we're almost done, actually. We also have the Uranus in Aries, okay, in the 11th house. Now, ironically, the 11th house, is ruled by Uranus. It rules Uranus, or Uranus rules the 11th house. This is groups, our friends, our acquaintances, So interestingly enough, when we have Aries in the 11th house, or Uranus in Aries, we find that, there can be a lot of arguments in groups of people, arguments with friends, people, Aries is once again Mars, so it's very self-assertive. It's very, polarizing energy. It's very much, a sign and energy where, you know, people stand alone, you know, and people stand in their truth. So a lot of people were standing in their truth, you know, no matter what group, you know, that they found themselves in, no matter what their family thought, no matter what their friends thought, you know, if they were for Trump, they were for Trump, you know, and, you know, a lot of people did not care. And if we weren't for Trump, then we weren't for Trump. But there was a lot of polarizing energy, and this makes sense with this Uranus and Aries in the 11th house, you know, so interesting energies. Now we also had the North Node in the, well, first we have a North Node in Virgo, which means the South Node was in Pisces. So with the North Node being in Virgo in the 3rd house, okay, there seemed to be an emphasis on, you know, structure, you know, structure for the United States, you know, the United States needing more structure, you know, aka making America great again, right? You know, I can't stand that phrase, but we're going to continue on. And I think this America, Make America Great Again slogan came from this North Node in Virgo in the 3rd house, you know. And I say that because the 3rd house deals with communication. It deals with communication, and it deals with the mind, the intellect. So, you know, North Node is, you know, the current, you know, trajectory of where we're meant to be, what we're meant to be doing at this time. In this case, what we were meant to be doing then, you know, because this is, you know, when President Trump was elected president. You know, there was an emphasis, and I think the North Node is currently in Cancer, ironically. But at the time that President Trump was elected president, there was an emphasis on routine, on structure, and on, you know, self-improvement, you know, building America back up from the ground again, you know, so to speak, quote unquote. You know, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible without asserting my own opinions, because that's what a non-biased reader does, right? But moving on, Jupiter here in Libra in the 4th house. So, you know, Jupiter is, you know, expansion, it's open-mindedness, it's the taboo. It is also, you know, hierarchies, it's the truth, you know. Here we have it in Libra, though, in the 4th house. So the 4th house is family, home, the connection to the mother, all right? So it's interesting that with Jupiter in Libra, I feel like a lot of mothers kind of were like forced to fend for themselves in certain ways when he was elected president. Like there was a lot of like men kind of deserting women in a way with this Jupiter and Libra in the 4th house energy. And I feel like Trump kind of trailblazed that in a way, you know, with the certain things he did, he said. I won't repeat the things he did or said, but you know, this Jupiter and Libra energy in the 4th house, you know, is interesting because it also speaks of like family dynamics. And in this case, the inequality of family dynamics, the difference of family dynamics between here and, you know, in other parts of the world. And also, you know, I hate to say this, the breakdown of family dynamics in certain ways here. Like, you know, if we look back then, like, I feel like family dynamics have changed from then to now, you know, and it's interesting because it's only been 2 years, right? So when was it ever great? I agree, Siobhan. That Mars in the 8th had folks thinking Trump was going to make them rich. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. But Trump ended up, you know, turning on them, which was, you know, the last key cackle. Right. But let's keep it moving. Let's, you know, just kind of quickly look at the houses we have going on here. Also, let's look a little bit at these, you know, these aspects. We have Pluto sextile the sun. All right. Interestingly enough, so where the sun was in Scorpio and the Pluto was also in Scorpio, I believe, right? Or no, Pluto was in Capricorn. So yeah, you know, the Democrats definitely, or the Republicans definitely had a lot of power at that time. You know, it was in the cards for them at that time, so it makes sense as to why he was elected. But, you know, now we have the 1st house and the 2nd house both in Cancer, all right, which is interesting because, you know, Cancer is ruled by the moon. The 1st house is our rising sign. It's our self-image. So there was an image, or you know, supposed to be an image of, you know, America coming together and being great again. But ironically, you know, it was actually quite polarized at that time. So the 2nd house also rules money. So there was an emphasis, you know, with the 2nd house being in Cancer at that time, on money in terms of family and, you know, pooling money, you know, for the family, and family money. Like there was a lot of emphasis on family money. All right. We have the third house in Leo. Third house is, communication, intellect, the mind. So with it being in Leo, a lot of people were speaking their mind, good and bad. It was very much a time where everyone had something to say, honey, and they were not afraid to say it. Who said Eddie Munster? I can't with y'all. With that son looking like Eddie Munster, no, ma'am. Child, Lord have mercy. Y'all are reading this morning. Y'all must have had y'all's coffee, honey. Okay, let's continue on. So we have the fourth house here in Virgo, and the fourth house is, family, the home. So, there was something once again about family, the mother going through some sort of restructuring. I don't know if the government or the CIA, whatsoever have you, had some sort of plan to restructure family dynamics, or specifically the mother. I feel like there was some sort of plan to take away power from the mother, because I feel like prior to Trump becoming elected president, and this is kind of intuitive psychic insight, women had a lot more say and power. But there's something about once President Trump became elected president, like there was something about women and their power being taken away. That's just the energy I'm getting. But we also have the fifth house in Libra. So the fifth house is, creativity, romance. It's ruled by Leo. It's self-expression. So, a lot of keeping the peace, trying to keep the peace, for the most part. There was a lot of, I feel like a lot of the media outlets were like, trying to keep the peace. We're trying to stay mum on the subject as possible, but that was kind of difficult at the time. Sixth house here in Sag, seventh and eighth house here in Capricorn, which is interesting. The seventh house is one-on-one relationships. The eighth house is transformation. So very, very interesting. We have the ninth house here in Aquarius, and the ninth house is Jupiter. So this makes sense as to why there were a lot of like unexpected events overseas, and a lot of unexpected like events in terms of like America dealing with other countries. Like a lot of countries kind of turn their backs on us as well, I feel. 10th house here in Pisces. The 10th house is our, our career, our status in society, which makes sense because a lot of time, or, during that time, I should say, a lot of our statuses, were uncertain. The future of our careers, the future of, our country was uncertain for that matter, so 10th house in Pisces makes total sense. Have 11th house here in Aries, which also makes sense. And lastly, we have the 12th house in Gemini. 12th house is that Uranus energy, all right, which makes sense because Gemini is, well, first of all, Trump is a Gemini. And when we put Gemini in a group, Gemini can be very kind of two-faced, working for, others while working for self. So this makes total sense. Killer Trilla says, I think the position of women changed in men's minds and we've begun to redefine ourselves instead. I agree with that. I agree. So this is the energies that we were dealing with at the time. Now let's look at what the energies we're dealing with now as compared to then. So this is our chart now. Okay, we currently have the sun in Scorpio and Jupiter also in Scorpio, or Jupiter in Sagittarius, I mean, in the 11th house. The 11th house is, our friends, our acquaintances, our groups. So, the groups that we participate in. So at this time, a lot of us are kind of, taking a hard look at the groups that we are a part of, the groups that we participate in, and, looking at the deeper meaning of these groups, looking at, whether or not these groups are something that we want to be a part of, from here on out, and this is also friends, because the 11th house is friends as well. This nodal axis we're in will bring up race issues to the forefront. Cancer is about race, and with Jupiter and Sagittarius, will expand racial issues. Yes, very, very true, with it being in the 11th house as well. So that, you're spot on, Siobhan. We have Mercury in Sag, so still, but we have Mercury going in retrograde, soon. But Mercury in Sag is the energy of, still speaking up, still being outspoken, all right? We have Saturn, Pluto, and the moon on Capricorn right now in the first house, all right? And we have Lilith and Mars in Aquarius. So a lot of unexpected changes in terms of, how we do things, Also, there's something about Trump losing power, I feel like. I feel like power at this point has kind of shifted into our hands. All right, especially with North Node in Cancer. We have North Node currently in Cancer. Good morning. Just got back from dropping my son off at school. Hey, Bree. We currently have North Node in Cancer, so there's once again an emphasis on family, on coming together. This makes sense as to why the power is once again kind of shifting in our favor, because Cancer can be seen, as the people, South Node in Capricorn can be seen as, being for self. So I feel like there's, an emphasis, coming back around on, the people, and Trump having to address this energy, like Trump can no longer hide behind, his facade, hide behind his ego. We have Venus in Libra in the 10th house. Let's look at the houses, actually. We have the first house in Sag. All right, so this is our self-image. We have the second house in Aquarius. So our money is going through a lot of changes at this time, all right? Back in the house of vibes. Hey, Rasheen. Rasheen, did you get your reading? Wait, is this the current aspects? Yes, this is the current aspects. This is today's, current aspects that we have going on right now, specifically in Washington, D.C., all right? Third house in Pisces. So the third house is communication, all right? Fourth house in Aries. Fifth house in Taurus right now. We have the sixth house and the seventh house both in Gemini. So, with it being with these houses being in Gemini, there's a lot of emphasis on, self-improvement. But also, people going on their own, people going rogue. We have the eighth house in Leo, the ninth house in Virgo. All right, 10th house in Libra. So this is our career, working together with the 10th house in Libra. This is, the 11th house in Capricorn. Oh, no, not Capricorn, I'm sorry, in Scorpio. Yes, in Scorpio. 12th house in Sag. So we're dealing with a lot of Sag energy, ironically, at this time, which makes sense. Jupiter is going direct. So what I feel, in the next year, Trump is, I don't know. It's gonna depend. Let's see what we have. Let's just go ahead and do a year from now. Let's see what we have coming up a year from now. So a year from now, we have the Sun still in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, obviously, interestingly enough. A year from now, we're gonna have Venus in Sag, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn, both in the first house. Ooh, interesting. So the power is definitely shifting back into our hands, you guys. This is actually quite exciting to look in a year from now. We have the Neptune and Lilith in Pisces in the third house. Interesting. So with Lilith being in Pisces, ooh, that can be, private secrets coming out, in the third house, and people spilling the secrets, Ooh, some tea is going to be spilled next year. I'm excited, though. We have Uranus in Taurus. We have the moon in Gemini, all right, in the fifth house. And we have the North Node in Cancer still in the seventh house. That's interesting. So the power is definitely shifting in our hands, y'all, like a year from now. This is quite exciting. This app is called Astrology XP or Astrologer XP. And it was available in the Apple Store, Mac Store. It was only $1.99. Trump got too much Gemini energy. That doesn't work well in government. Most politicians have Leo, Cap, Taurus energy. Exactly. Okay, good. You got your reading machine. Good. So this is basically... Now I have to get back to the thingy. Okay. So this is basically the astrology of Trump becoming president. All right. That was like a quick overview. It was a lot of information. All right. But I hope it made sense to someone out there. We're about to see a lot of fake spiritual gurus with Jupiter and Sag. Y'all be careful who you believe in. That is true. All right. There's going to be an influx of probably, YouTubers. All right. But the thing about that is that, they're also going to be weeded out. So, just be patient and, the fake ones will be weeded out from the real ones. All right. But truth will always come out with Jupiter and Sag. It just may take a little time. So, with Sag, it's always about truth. With Jupiter, it's always about truth. Truth, truth, truth. Allison says triple gem here, and I have no place being in politics. Too many opinions. Exactly. Exactly. And with the North Node in Cancer, a lot will pander to women. Very, very true. Very, very true. And with good reason, because, Trump wasn't the kindest to women during his kind of reign as president. Hey, Nick, how are you? We're talking this morning. We already talked about Trump and the astrology of him being elected president. All right. So you're right. The truth will be exposed. Exactly. It will be exposed. And I can't wait. Some tea is going to be spilled a year from now. All right. Especially with that Pisces in third house. Lilith and Pisces in the third house. Because Neptune, which rules Pisces, is our secrets, our private secrets. Our private affairs behind closed doors. So I'm doing good, Nick. How are you? I actually didn't sleep at all, but you guys know how I am. That's my life. I just don't sleep. A hefty dose of truth is what we need. I agree, Bree. A healthy dose of truth is exactly what we need. I hear Trump will expose aliens. He don't want to keep it a secret. Well, you know what? I get that Trump isn't the best at keeping secrets. So hopefully, that's a secret that he will spill. That's some tea that he will spill, because that's something I would love to hear about. There's also something about Trump where he's kind of fearless, actually. Believe it or not. But I guess you could believe it. Are you doing live readings? Yes, Christina, I am doing live readings. So I prefer if you donate to my PayPal. The link is in the chat box. I just posted it in the chat box. Or you can donate to my super chat. The link to the PayPal is also in the description box as well. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question. $20 is two questions, so on and so forth. We left Obama looking like a snack to Trump looking like a heart attack. Oh, Lord. That's true, though. I miss Obama. Just the fact that he was president, like I miss Obama. But let's keep it real. When Obama was president, things weren't always hunky-dory either, I've been sleeping like crap too lately, Lamarr. Yeah. It's like I sleep all day and then I spend all morning, being up, working, so it is what it is. I actually have to get off live soon because I have to empty everything from my cabinets for maintenance soon. So I can't be on live for too long, but I didn't want to be on live for too long about this topic anyway, But has anyone seen Obama in person? Because Obama is really a snack in person. He's tall and handsome. I've been wanting to do a psychic reading on Trump, but I've been seeing so many other, readers do readings on Trump, and I'm just like, I don't like doing the same thing that other readers do. I like being different. A whole snack, exactly. Obama was a snack. Bree says it's never perfect. Partisan politics gets in the way of doing what is best for the country. It is never perfect. You're right. A snack in its entirety. Yes. Yes, Obama. It is too early for this, y'all. We are already, lusting over some men. Y'all are a mess. We are a hot mess. But I love us. It's never too early to lust over a man, right? Siobhan, Obama articulate, well-spoken, then we went and picked a rich man who mumbles like a crack addict on a corner block. Yes. That is one thing, I really missed about Obama was his eloquence, his intellect, his ability to speak well. Never too early, boo. Exactly. It's never too early to lust over a man. If Obama a snack, I'm a 4-course meal. Yes, Nick. I like Nick's confidence. Let me stop talking about your president. Let me stop talking about your president. Yes, Siobhan, I know that's right. Well, child, he may not be president for too much longer, according to what, these astrology charts are saying. Oh, it looks like someone donated to the PayPal. Thank you, Christine, for your $10 donation. I appreciate it. So let me look and see if you left a note. Okay, Nick, I am mad at that. Me too, Lamarr. Yes, Bree. Yes, Nick has confidence, but I like that about Nick. I like a man with confidence. I like a man that knows he's a snack, right? But just as long as he knows he's my snack, right? And not anyone else's. So maybe I just need to look it up here. Okay, you didn't put a note, Christine, but please ask your question. That's weird that it's not popping up, but okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot I can't see your chats on this screen, so I have to put it up on my phone. I bought a reading, Lamarr. I need the real tea on my ex. Okay, so what zodiac sign is your ex, Christine? What does Earl really want? What does Earl really want from me right now? I love confidence. All right, Venus and Scorpio. Oh, that's right. Nick is a Venus and Scorpio. I forgot about that. Nick needs to show us what he looks like because I want to see what Nick looks like. Siobhan says, I'm down if Trump want to expose the aliens, even though it will scare the ish out of people. I know. But I'm down for it too. If he wants to spill the tea, then let him spill it, right? Please spill it. So let me go get a different deck because I'm doing something special with this current deck. If you guys remember Larry from earlier, we still have something going on with Larry right now. So with the candle, so we're gonna let that burn, and I'll be right back and get a different deck. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Nick says I'm super confident. I carry a lot of moxie. I wouldn't want to be anyone else. Ooh, I haven't heard that word in a minute, moxie. I like that word. I want to see what Nick looks like too, Mr. Venus and Scorpio. I know, right? Nick says fuck Larry. I know. So let's answer Christine's question. For those of you who are just joining, I am doing live readings, so you can donate to my super chat or my PayPal. Okay. I prefer PayPal. Anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, so on and so forth. So let's go back up and look at Christine's question. Christine wants to know, what is it that Earl really wants from Christine right now? So what does Earl really want? Ooh. Ciao. All right, let's see. What does Earl really want from Christine at this time? Earl is the Aquarius. Shirlita says, Nick, update that pic. Yes, Nick. Let us know what you're working with. What's that Missy Elliott song? Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my name down, flip it and reverse it. It's not yeah, come on. It's your yeah. I'm not going to repeat the rest of the song. You all know the rest, honeys. They don't want us to make contact with the aliens. I agree, Siobhan. I want to know why, though. So, what does this Aquarius man, Earl, truly want from Christine? What does Earl truly want from Christine? What does Earl... I also think Nick secretly loves when we, like, compliment him, I think. So what does Earl truly want from Nick? Brie, I love that song. What does Earl truly want from Christine? What does Earl truly want from Christine? Did I say Nick earlier? I need to say that. What does Earl truly want from Christine? All right, let's pull cards. Ooh, we have the King of Wands in the past position, Anubis. We were talking about Anubis earlier, all right? So he's an Aquarius, but there's something about him where he's a bit dominant as well. He can be a bit self-assertive. Nick with the big, okay, don't judge me. Yes, Siobhan. Yes. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Cups here in the present position. The Queen of Wands. So I definitely feel like there's like compatible energy sexually between the two of you. Or there's just like sexual tension. All right. King of Swords. And the Ten of Cups. With the Ten of Wands. At the Page of Wands, there's something about him wanting to like try again. You said you guys are exes, right? There's something about him wanting to try again, wanting to make things work, wanting to make things right, wanting to fix things. But I don't do social media. I feel like it's distraction, but I'm a nutritionist working on becoming a personal trainer. I'll hop on a platform for my business one of these days. Oh, Nick, you already sound hot. I had to rush home to get back up here. I'm about quality over quantity right now. Yes, Nick. Oh, I live for Nick. All right, here we have the Two of Cups with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. There's something about him wanting to get back together to fix things. Did you guys not end on the best terms, Christine? Or did you end on terms in which like the door was kind of open? Like it wasn't ever fully closed? If there was maybe no closure? Oh, you said, oh my God, he's the best I ever had. Child. Ooh. All right, we have the Judgment card with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Cups. No, you didn't. Okay. There's also something about where he kind of wants stability. He likes the stability of the relationship. I don't know if you guys live together or if you supported each other financially in some way. Like there was something about stability that you guys had in the relationship that he really enjoyed. But at the same time, like there was something about him where he needed his freedom, and he didn't like feeling constricted in the relationship at the same time. So I feel like what he wants right now is he's kind of trying to figure out what he wants, but he wants to get back together. But the intention of getting back together is a bit unclear. And I think that's why I'm a little bit like unclear on exactly what he wants from you. Right? Because I get that he wants to get back together, but it's just like why that is, it's a little bit unclear. Partly I feel is because of the way you guys ended on the relationship on, in terms of the terms you ended on last time. But I feel like part of it is also stability, the stability you guys had. No, we didn't, but we were really close. He pushed me away. Yeah, I feel like he pushed you away because he started to feel kind of boxed in. He started to feel closed in. And that's how Aquariuses can be when things get too serious, when people get too close, they kind of push you away, to maintain that freedom. And I feel like he wanted to maintain his freedom, but it's almost like he wanted to maintain his freedom, so he pushed you away. But then like he realized, oh, maybe pushing you away wasn't the best thing. Or, there's ability to maintain his freedom and not push you away. But it feels like he didn't realize all of this until after the fact. So he's also not the best at dealing with his emotions or expressing his emotions. Which also was a downfall in this relationship, I feel. So I do like compliments. I'm all about momentum, meeting new people. I define an extrovert. Yes. Typical Aquarius-ish. Yes. My reading was so on point. I have to ask one more question. Okay. Yes, Machine. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading. Machine got a personal reading, you guys, by the way. I am available for personal readings as well. Remember, live readings are kind of a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But personal readings are much more in depth. So you can purchase a personal reading on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot in Google, and it'll come up. I really did love him. He claimed he really loved me too. I think he does, but he's kind of struggling with that at the same time. Like, how to love you, how to love. I feel like he struggles with how to love a little bit. I don't want clear. I need someone who is certain. Yeah, there's something about him where he's a bit uncertain about what he wants, So I feel like, until he figures out what he wants, it's gonna kind of always feel like it's up in the air, between the two of you. Thank you. Just speak your truth slowly but surely until it comes. Yes. Good genetic critical health nut. Yes. Yes. Nick seems very level-headed and reasonable. So do you feel good about that, Christine? For those of you who are still here, I am still doing live readings. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to post the link to the PayPal if you want to donate to my Super Chat or my PayPal. I prefer PayPal. You can donate $5 to $10, and that's one question. $20 is 2 questions. $30 is 3 questions, and so on and so forth. So I think Google Live Chat is my favorite thing right now because I get to share my screen with you guys. And I kind of like the dynamic of like looking on my phone for you guys as like chats. Aquarius will pull back if it feels too much. Exactly. And I think that's what's going on is he's pulling back because it's kind of too much, but he's not the best at expressing that, hey, it's too much right now. I feel like that's the issue. Nick, Sheb, I am to myself 90% of the time, but you gotta live a little. Oh, you are like critical to yourself. Yes, you have to live a little bit. You know, you have to have fun. Especially Sag. Aren't you a Sagittarius, Nick? You know, y'all really like to have fun and be open-minded. Christine, yes, thank you, Lamarr. He wrote a song about me. It just caught me off guard last night. That may be one, you know, Aquariuses are very creative, so that may be one way that he expresses himself is through songwriting, you know, is through music. So, you know, kind of be open to that, you know, try not to judge that too much, you know. Just go with the flow if you can. Yes, the only cheating I do is eating. Yes, Siobhan. Why does Aquarius pull back? Are they scared? Aquarius don't like getting too attached to people. Aquarius is really like their freedom. You know, they like their independence. So those things are really important to Aquariuses. So when things get a little bit too serious, you know, people start to depend on them a little bit too much because the Aquariuses really don't like when people depend on them or become codependent. With Aquarius, you know, Aquarius will pull back when they feel like that energy is starting to creep up. Men don't express in general pride. I agree, and that is one thing that really frustrates me about men is, you know, they don't open up, you know, they don't express their emotions. So, but, you know, I also have to look at myself like, okay, I'm a man. Like, am I being open? Am I expressing my emotions? So, but most of the time I think I am. Maybe I'm just not doing it in the right way. Can astrology mess with our dreams? What do you mean, Brie? Okay, thanks, Lamarr. I'll try. Yes, Christine. Siobhan says, my moon and Mars in Aquarius. I don't want to be suffocated. Exactly. Especially with your moon in Aquarius. Like, you really don't like to feel suffocated because the moon is how we feel, right? Nick Howard, yep, in Aries moon. I'm all about health and fitness. If I don't work out or stay disciplined with diet, I get stressed. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. I need you to give me some like tips, Nick, because like I have been like really slacking with my health routine and going to the gym, but I might go today. I think I might go. I don't know. I always say I'm gonna go and I never go. So we'll see. I love Aquarius, but they pull the disappearing act a lot. They're passionate, then they pull back. They get pissed if you pull back. Yes, Listy. Astrology can mess with your dreams, 8th and 12th house especially. Okay, I get what you're saying. Depending on your placements in the 8th and 12th house. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, that can make sense because the 8th house is Pluto. That's transformation and evolution, death and rebirth. All right. So, you know, I heard something about like, it's like they say when you're sleeping, you're alive, but when you're alive, you're like dead, quote unquote. So that's an interesting thing I just thought of. But the 12th house is Neptune. So that is, you know, that's dreams. So hey Nick. Christine, you gotta focus on the friendship aspect if you want to reel him in. Yes, you know, friendship, you know, that's Uranus. You know, Uranus rules friendship. So that's a good point, Siobhan, with Aquariuses. Thank you, Rasheen, for the $10 donation. Rasheen donated $10. Let me see if you sent a note though. Because sometimes y'all send notes and I don't want to be missing what y'all say. Okay. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Rasheen, on that. That was really fast, actually. Faster than I thought. All right. So, do you want me to read the question out loud or would you rather me keep it private? Rasheen, let me know. Nick says I'm part Native American, super health conscious into holistic remedies, and I'm super spiritual. Yes. So you're part Native American mixed with what, Nick? I'd love to help you out, Lamarr. Yeah, Nick, you need to send me email me. Hold on. I'll put my email in the thingy. You say you don't have social media. You have to have an email address, right, Nick? You have to in this day and age. So email me there, Nick, and because Nick actually seems like chill as fuck, y'all. Like, all right, so let's answer Rasheen's question. Oh, he's passive aggressive, and you did it 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so all right, I'm not going to read her question out loud. I'm just going to say it in my head. The great thing about sending a PayPal donation is that you guys do have privacy. You guys get to ask your questions and, when you send your payment. So here we have the 5 of Cups. All right, so keeping your emotional distance is really, really important. All right. Keeping your emotional distance is very, very important, Rasheen. Because I feel like that's his way in, is the emotional aspect. Okay, yeah, Nick. Thank you. So yeah, I feel like there's something where he can be a bit emotionally manipulative. Is he a Cancer? I think I vaguely remember you saying he's a Cancer. And I remember from reading your birth chart that you're an Aries, right? Very, and yes, a damn Cancer. Here we have the 8 of Cups here in the past position. The 9 of Wands. So cutting ties is very, very important. Cutting the ties as soon as possible. I don't know if it's possible for you to move out to a safe space, something like that. I don't know if you guys live together. But, also utilizing your inner strength to move forward. I feel like you might have Leo energy in your chart. But utilizing your inner strength to move forward, coming up with a plan as well is really, really, really important to kind of get on your own 2 feet, especially if you guys share a home. And maintaining your own emotional stability, maintaining your own emotional security and sense of safety emotionally. All right. So I don't know if you have family members that you could go to and kind of tell them what's going on as well, but I feel like you kind of need to tell a safe family member or something like that what's going on for some reason. Just so someone that's close to you that has your best self-interest knows what's going on, and can kind of keep an eye on it, can kind of also, check up on you every now and then so you don't feel alone in the situation. But I feel like as soon as you start kind of coming up with a plan, as soon as you start, deciding, okay, I'm going to move, I'm going to cut all ties with this, person, I'm going to, make the decision to get a new job. Once you start making moves, starts coming up with a plan in terms of what you're going to do to get away from, him, I feel like it's gonna all things are gonna be fine, but it's just about right now figuring out a way to cut ties and to get away. All right, because as long as you're kind of in his presence, in his energy, there's always a chance for him to kind of manipulate. All right, he's crazy and you're working out a plan. Yes. Yes. Cancer men are something else. They definitely can be. I'm about 1/3 Choctaw Indian, 20% Irish and English, under 10% French, Polynesian, Romanian, Polish, Greek, and a bunch of Europe. Oh, wow. Yeah, you definitely sound hot, Nick. Yes, that's interesting. I think I have Polynesian in my chart, or not my chart. What is it called again? My ancestry thingy. But it's like 1% or something like that. Anyways. Um, yeah, it's really just about, maintaining your emotional distance. And I know you guys have children together. Do you guys have children? Getting your children safely away from the situation. All right. I can't imagine dealing with a cancer man. My cancer mom is enough. Yes. Yes, stick to your plan, honey. Get out of there. Exactly. I think, sticking to your plan will do you really well, Christine. All right. Halo P. Ratliff. How is everyone doing on this live stream this early Tuesday morning? I am here early for the girls and boys, which is unusual, but I actually kind of like it. I like being early rather than being late. Catch that shade. Catch that tea. Morning, Jennifer. So for those of you who are here, I am doing live readings. I'm doing live psychic tarot readings and live astrology birth chart readings. All right, we looked into the astrology of the United States of America earlier, and what was going on with the planets at the time that President Trump was elected compared to what's going on now, and what will be going on in the future. So for those of you who are just joining, you can watch the playback for all that tea. And now we're just chatting and catching up with everyone, with each other. This weather is shit. I'm so dreary off of it. When I went out earlier this morning, it was raining. I'm probably going to go get another cup of coffee from Starbucks, so I hope it's not still raining. Child, let me go see if it's raining outside. Hold on. Let me peek outside really quickly. Oh, it's not raining, but it's not like pretty outside. I have to make sure the curtains are closed. My Venus and Scorpio can get a little paranoid, right? Dealing with my Cancer man can sometimes feel like a chore. He's an energy vamp, though. Lord, all this Cancer man energy. I had the biggest crush on the Cancer guy that I went to high school with like a couple years ago, and now he will not talk to me. He's not the best at communicating, and that is one thing I could not stand about him, is that he just would not communicate. I don't understand that. My moon's in Libra, so communication is like super important for me when it comes to relationships. Like, I need to know what's going on. I need to know where we stand. Not in that order, but I need some sort of understanding, Not to mention, my Venus, I believe, and my moon were or something like that. Remember we looked at my chart earlier, or in last night's live, and I had something in my third house. I don't remember what it was. But the third house is communication, so. Oh, Jennifer, you have a nasty cold. You should drink some tea. My favorite tea, thanks to House of Stars, is mullein tea right now, Mullein. I believe it's really good for colds, but I really like to put eucalyptus leaves in it, which is good for cleansing out your body, of any toxins. I also like to put bay leaves. But another good thing for when you're sick is orange juice, vitamins, vitamin C. Lemons is really good when you're sick. Like anything that has like an oxidant effect or an anti kind of fungal, an anti-viral, or an anti what is it? Like an anti something. What is it? An anti, it like gets rid of the bacteria. Like, you know, lemons naturally gets rid of the bacteria in like crap in your body. And moon in the second house means you value communication, Lamarr. Exactly. I do. You're right. I do have moon in the second house. I think I had Virgo in the second house. But moon in the second house. Did I have my moon in the second house or did I have my moon in the third house? I'm asking y'all like y'all know. Nick says I typically don't get along with Cancers, find them overly emotional and users, but Scorpios are mad hot and mysterious. I agree. I agree with that, Nick. I agree with that 100%. No shade to Cancers. I have Sun, Mercury, Moon, and Mars in the second house. Too many values. Child. Yeah, the second house is, you know, our self-worth. So you have high self-esteem, Siobhan, and that's good. Although sometimes, you know, as someone who also has high self-esteem, it can be difficult to find someone who meets our standards, right? They will guilt you into feeling sorry yet pulling the strings for their benefits. Cheaters and crazy. You know, that's a Cancer. Black tea or turmeric and veggie soup is always my cold remedy. Yes, Nick, I love turmeric. Turmeric is also good for like inflammation, back pain. Like I take turmeric every day. I love turmeric. Turmeric is amazing. And I love veggie soup. Yeah, veggie soup is also good when you're sick. But soup is good in general when you're sick. Like any kind of soup, you know, that's hot is good. Good morning. I'm surprised you're on so early this morning, but happy to see everyone. Hey, Natasha. Bree says my Uranus is sextile Lilith. Ooh. And square North Node. I also have Sun, Mercury, and Saturn sextile Uranus and Venus square Uranus. Lord, you have a lot of Uranus aspects. What's your Lilith in? Bree. Ooh, child, my phone's about to die soon. It's on 8%, honey. I wonder if I can charge my phone or if I'm gonna have to get off soon. I might be able to sacrifice my laptop power for my phone charger. And then once my laptop starts to die, I'm just gonna have to get off, y'all. Hi, Lil P Ratliff. Are you pulling cards? This is my first time on this channel. Thank you, Lil P Ratliff. I am pulling cards. If you want a live reading, you can donate to my super chat or my PayPal. I do prefer PayPal payments at this time. Anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, and so on and so forth. So, give me a second. I'm gonna go get my phone charger. Damn it. Nick says no shade, but Cancers play mind games and assume things. I agree, Nick. This is going to be really annoying. Oh, yeah, it's charging. Thank you, Lord. I thought I was going to have to get off live, and I didn't want to get off. Time for coffee. Bye, Jennifer. I'm so glad you guys are here on live. I hope you guys have a good day today. Oh, right. Rocco Biggs, what's your PayPal link? I'm going to post it in the thingy. For those of you who want a reading, I am doing live readings. I am doing live psychic tarot readings as well as live astrology birth chart overview readings. So if you would like to donate to my super chat or my PayPal, I prefer you donate to my PayPal. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, so on and so forth. $40 would be four questions. I can't with Cancer men. They're super attracted to me, and I think it's my Aries energy. I'm highly motivated and usually successful for the most part. Yeah, Cancers can be attracted to people who are go-getters, who are very assertive, because a lot of times we're attracted to certain qualities that we lack in ourselves. So that's like a nice way of saying that. Why are we being so shady toward Cancers today? What's going on? I mean, I'm not blaming us, but I'm just saying we're being real shady towards Cancers. No, well. I'm getting pretty tired of it, honestly. Nicole says, I spent the night with a Cancer the night before, and he was crazy as hell. Too dark for me. I loved you, new to you. Wow, I start to shift by getting things together in my life. Hi, Nicole. And, keep in mind that Cancers have a thing where they can be quite codependent as well. Like the water signs, maybe minus Scorpio, can be a little bit codependent. Although in ways, Scorpio can be codependent as well. Let's keep it real. My Venus is in Scorpio. So y'all know when I read somebody else, I have to read myself, right? You got to be able to take it to dish it. So my son is a Cancer, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Sag rising. Sometimes he's too much for me. They either get jealous and possessive, but still not doing right. Exactly, Rasheen. Because of the men. Someone just mentioned it, and we all start putting in our input. Yeah, you're right. I think it was Rasheen in her Cancer that she's dealing with. I just think it's interesting that we all have a Cancer in our life where we're just kind of like, oh. And it's like all men too. Like we all have a Cancer man in our life. Even Nick, is like, child, I can't stand Cancer men or Cancers. My brother's a Cancer and I adore him. My best friend, I just can't be with one. I'm a Scorpio, though I love Cancers, but he was crazy. I like Cancers, but I always end up kind of falling out with them at some point. I don't know if it's just Mercury and Mars fire energy I have in Sag, or if it's just like heavy Capricorn energy I have. But I don't have time for overly emotionalness. Like Cancers can be really petty and hold grudges. Whereas like with me, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, heavy energy, it's like, let's just nip this in the bud. Keep in mind my moon's in Libra, so like I can't stay mad for too long unless you do something really, really bad. Then I can hold a grudge, right? But I think Cancers like, I don't know. Cancers are just sometimes too emotionally petty. Does that make sense? Oh, Lamarr, my bestie is the room. Who? Who's your bestie, Christine? Siobhan, it's the cap in you, Lamarr. I think it is the cap in me, Siobhan, because like all that heavy cap energy is just like very much no nonsense. And I think that frustrates cancers. Because one thing I notice about cancers is that they kind of like to emotionally manipulate people, and not necessarily in like a bad way, but it's like they're very nurturing and loving and oh, you know, you're so amazing. Oh, this and that. You know, oh, could you do this one thing for me? You know, they're really good at doing that, you know, and with my Capricorn energy, I see right through it. You know, this Libra energy, like I can tell when a compliment's genuine or when a compliment is fake because you're trying to get something out of me. You know, that's so true. Cancers are always the ones saying they got crushes on me, but I've had a few bad experiences dating and friends with benefits that now I don't even bother. Yeah, I can't even imagine having a friends with benefits situation with a Cancer. Like, I don't think it just would not work out. Yes, Lamarr. Yes, Natasha. Cancers are crazy, but don't seem that way. Petty doesn't work for Aries. We go for the war. Yes. You know, fire energy is very straightforward. Thank you, Clarissa, for your $5 donation. Please go ahead and ask your question, unless you ask your question on here. Let me see if you asked your question on the super chat or the PayPal. Okay, so we're gonna answer Rocky's question here in a second. Now, Rocky, do you want me to read your question out loud, or would you prefer to, you know, for you to keep your privacy? Hi, Ty. Bree says I try to be open-minded. Well, I'm gonna have to charge my laptop again. Bree says I try to be open-minded, but about all signs, since I know that the sun is not the whole of who they are. That's true. Okay, Rocky says I can read his or her question out loud. Now, Rocky, are you a man or a woman? Okay, I'm just gonna have to go on the other side because I can't deal with this. How are you, Ty? Oh, you're a woman. Okay. I'm so attracted to caps. You guys are so goal, success driven, and level headed. Haven't met an immature cap yet. That's interesting. I met a lot of immature Capricorns, but Capricorns and immaturity, like a Capricorn's immaturity is different than like a regular person's immaturity. Like a Capricorn's immaturity is like them like giving up on their responsibilities. Like, you know, they pay the bills every month, but you know, they decide to be petty one month and not pay the bills and not tell anyone until the light gets cut off. Like that's kind of an example of Capricorn's immaturity. You know, like it's like petty immaturity. Gumbo Yaya, yes, Lamar. He played all sweet and then wanted me to buy him smokes. Pisces, who was out of my life. That's a Pisces. Do something not boring, please. No offense. Amy, who are you talking to? Okay, let's read Rocky's question. Amy, please don't get red in this room. Bye, Amy. I mean, we don't want you in here anyway, so get the fuck out. Deuces. Bye, Amy. We don't give a fuck. So let's see. What is going on with Rocky's current relationship? What's going on with Rocky's current relationship? Right, like Amy's bored. No, here's another troll. It's too early, Amy. Have you had your coffee yet? Have you eaten yet? Have you brushed your teeth? Have you taken a bath? Have you made your bed, Amy? Do you have children? How old are you, Amy? I mean, I have so many questions for you, girl. Amy needed a reading of another kind. Exactly. I'm about to read Amy for filth. Lamarr got time today. Yes, exactly. First Larry, then Amy. I'm telling you. Amy, a better Cancer man. A bitter Cancer man. It sounds like Amy's a bitter Cancer man. If you can't hang with our vibes, we don't need your negativity bringing us down. Exactly. She needs a physical reading. Exactly. Amy, do you want me to read you on here? I don't think you want me to read you this morning because I really have time today. I have my Starbucks coffee, venti honey. So you really don't want to try me right now. But moving on, what is going on with Rocky's relationship at this time? Rocky says, I'm glad I came. Get the Jesus candle and herbs out for Amy. Yeah, I have the candle right here along with a bunch of tarot cards. So Amy, as a matter of fact, let me put Amy on this list. Hold on. Let's put Amy's name on this list because remember we had a list. So now we have Larry. Or we had Larry first. Now we're going to put Amy on here. So we're going to go ahead and put Amy's name on here since Amy wants to be a troll. All right, good luck, Amy. Show her no mercy, God. But show me mercy. Thank you, Lord. All right, Amy, thank you for joining the list. We appreciate you for joining the troll list. All right. We love adding trolls to the list. Also, we love making fun of trolls in here. So, Amy's basement door is locked from the outside. How you wake up like that? Wow, I'm telling you, like, I don't understand it. So what's going on with Rocky's relationship? Let's just do 2 more shuffles, okay? Because I feel like I've been shuffling for 2 days. So what is going on with Rocky's relationship last shuffle? And you know what like really cracks me up is that the trolls, I don't know what the trolls think my reaction is going to be. My reaction is always the complete opposite of what the troll expects. So I don't know why they continue messing with me. But anyway, let's get into your question, Rocky. Here we have the 6 of Cups here in the past. With the Queen of Pentacles here in the present position. Interesting. So you're definitely working on your own independence. You're asserting your own independence at this time, focusing on either building your empire, being able to, once again, be independent, not be so reliant on maybe your partner in some way. Here we have the 3 of Pentacles. I'm also sensing like a distance between you and your partner. Do you guys not live in the same place? Do you guys live in separate homes? Here we have the 4 of Cups. But I'm also feeling like emotional distance, like maybe there's not communication. Enjoy, Ty. Nick says Amy is probably a sad little man in India posing as a girl for attention. Sorry, I'm an asshole sometimes. You know what, Nick? I sometimes feel like that too. Like, I feel like Larry may have been like someone who was like, yeah, I get that energy too, Nick. You live together. Oh, have you guys been communicating lately, or is there some sort of spot on? Or is there some sort of like distance between you? I don't know. I feel like there's not much communication. Nice gum getter. Yeah. The devil card here with the 9 of swords. The justice card. I feel like there's also something about the two of you not being on the same page. No communication. There's also something about the two of you not being on the same page in some way. Now, it could be you're not on the same page when it comes to communicating with one another, but it feels like it's more than that. It feels like you're not on the same page possibly in terms of the trajectory of the relationship, like where the relationship is going, especially since I get the 5 of Wands. All right, and I get the 5 of Wands, interestingly enough, beneath the Knight of Wands. So this to me tells me that he's the type to take charge in the relationship, but he either doesn't know how to take charge at this time, or it's gotten to a point where he realizes he can no longer take charge. There's something about him where he's very assertive. He's like very confident and brave, but it's almost like a facade. It's almost like he wears a mask. Like, he puts on a mask of bravery, of, being controlling, but really deep down, he wants to be controlled, or, he kind of wants to be taken care of in some way. Like, there's something about him where, I don't know how old he is. Is he younger than you? See, living together and not speaking got my Aquarius moon ready to exit. That's why I haven't lived with a lover. Yeah. Because communication is so important for a moon in air sign. Whether you have a moon in Gemini, whether you have a moon in Libra like me, honey, or you have a moon in Aquarius like Siobhan, or moon in Aquarius like KC, who is not here. Oh my God, Lamarr, you're on point. You're reading my bestie. Oh, Rocco's your bestie. Oh, she's older. Oh, so it's a she. Child. Okay, that makes sense though, because I get the Queen of Cups. Okay, so is she a bit more masculine in the relationship? Oh, I know. I meant to say. Well, I was saying him the whole time. I'm so sorry, Rocky. Her. Okay, let's get it right. Is she? Who's the more masculine one in the relationship, or are you both kind of in tune, in touch with with your masculine energies? Because remember, no matter our gender, we all have some sort of feminine, masculine energies within us. All right. Hi, Harut. So she's older, but there's something about her where it's okay. She's masculine, but I'm more dominant, and she's a freaking Scorpio. Okay, it's making more sense. There's something about her where she's controlling, but she kind of likes to be controlled. Like, I feel like instead of saying what she wants, she's more so the type to kind of, how do I say this? She's more so the type to kind of, not persuade. What's the word? She's more so the type to, for example, ask for what she wants through action. Like, instead of asking for sex, she'll just kind of like start making moves towards sex. Like, that's her way of asking what she wants. Instead of asking for more attention, she'll try to force, attention from you, something like that. Like she's that type of person, I feel. Is that resonating? Hey, Ade. All these masculine women, but still want to be taken care of. Exactly. That's what I'm getting. It's like she's masculine, but she kind of wants to be taken care of at the same time. I'm eating and just enjoying the vibe on this live. Yes, Rasheen. Scorpio and Sag aren't really compatible. She acts out. Okay, that makes sense because I feel like she acts out when she doesn't get her way, specifically. So it's interesting that I asked if she was younger because I get that even though she's older, there's something about her where she's a little bit immature. Is that mean to say? She's a little bit immature in certain ways, especially emotionally. I feel like she's emotionally immature. Older women are the best. I love being their Ken doll, young buck, not gonna lie. Yes, Nick. Very Scorpio. Yes. Very, very Scorpio. Lamarr, do you do dream interpretation? You know what? I think I'm actually pretty good at doing dream interpretations, but it's not a service I offer yet. But why? What kind of dream did you have? Very Emmy. I wish I could find my hot chocolate stash. Gonna have to make do with some chai tea. Y'all are making me want to go back to Starbucks and to go get some coffee. Give me coffee, king size coffee. Give me coffee. Oh, so for those of you who are joining this live or who are just now joining, I am doing live readings. I'm doing live psychic tarot readings and live astrology birth chart readings. So if you want a live reading, you can donate to my super chat or my PayPal. I do prefer you to donate to my PayPal. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, $40 is four questions, so on and so forth. So, hi, Eliana. I love doing dream interpretations. I find it to be fun too, Siobhan. But it's interesting because I don't either I don't remember my dreams or I just don't dream a lot. I don't know what that's about. Nick says I fucking love chai. Chai tea is really good. Chai has caffeine in it, right? Caffeine in it, right? Castor says, so what do you think about seeing lights go out in stages? It went dark, then darker, and it became its darkest. The lights around the world was out. I'm hearing the Dark Ages. I don't know why I'm hearing the Dark Ages. How old are you, Castor? And Pollux 444. I gotta come to your chats more often. Yes, Rocco or Rocky. Thank you for being here. We love new people. All right. We're a very friendly, supportive group of people, although we don't take no mess. So you're in good company, Rocco. How old are you, Castor? The lives be late and it's just my second time. Yes, the chats are live. Yes, the Dark Ages. I'm in my late 20s. Yeah, I don't know why I get the Dark Ages. But this dream kind of relates to you more than anything else, to be honest. So Saturn return is just about. I would look into the Dark Ages. I would do research on the Dark Ages. There may be a message somewhere in there for you. Castor. There's also something about the world and it being dark. And what does that mean for society as a whole and our individualism? Like, if the world were dark like that, how would you live your life, Castor? Would you live your life differently? Siobhan says I had a dream like that. It was when I was moving out of my mom's house, transformation. Exactly. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it's speaking of transformation, but it's also giving you a hint. Like, you should really research for Dark Ages. I'm about to look up the Dark Ages really quickly because now I'm like interested. The Dark Ages. The Dark Ages. Migration period, also called Dark Ages or Early Middle Ages, the early medieval period of Western European history, specifically the time 476 to 800 CE, when there was no Roman or Holy Roman Emperor in the West, or more generally, the period between about 500 to 1000, which was marked by frequent warfare and a virtual disappearance of urban life. The term Dark Ages is now rarely used by historians because of the value judgment it implies. Though sometimes, this is actually really important. This might be some tea for you. Not Nick, Castor. Listen to this. Though sometimes taken to derive its meaning from the dearth of information about the period, the term's more usual and pejorative sense is a period of intellectual darkness and barbarity. Interesting. So, I don't know. You should really look into the Dark Age. I feel like there's something there, like it was a message for you. Like, how would you live your life differently if life was like that? Nick says, I love these chats. Everyone is cool. Lamar's chill as fuck. So glad I found this channel. Yes. You're afraid of the change. Exactly, Ade. Do you answer any other questions? Like what kind, Ileana? How do I get a personal reading done? So to get a personal reading, oh Lord, I forgot that my phone's plugged up. It's on 33%, so it should be fine. Actually, no, let me pick it back up. Let me stop playing. So to get a personal reading, I'm going to post a link in the super chat for you guys. Keep in mind that my personal readings are way more in depth, and I am available for personal readings right now. I am currently not booked up at all yet. So hey Amber, Lamarr, Townsend, Tarot.com. So the link is for a personal reading. Hold on. No, it won't let me click it. I think I need a new phone. For personal readings, visit my websites. If there are typos, please excuse me. I'm typing in the chat from my phone. All right. So let me catch up with the comments. You don't know what to expect, aka the lights out, so you can't see the future. Exactly. Siobhan. Rasheen, I don't dream much, but when I do, it's a sign. Sometimes scares the hell out of me. That feeling of being paralyzed and I'd be shook. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I've had that happen once. I've had that happen once. It was a really, really weird experience where you wake up paralyzed and you can't move. It's really weird. Castor, I am afraid a little. I think something is about to happen in the world. Reminds me of that YouTube shutdown for 3 hours. I think they will do it again, but for 3 days or maybe 3 weeks. Maybe. Hi, Lamarr, I have a $3 on my card. Could I get a super chat with that? Yeah, low P rat if you can. Mercury retrograde coming up could turn off YouTube. It could because Mercury retrograde or Mercury does rule technology. All right, when it goes retrograde, technology can become a little wonky. Facebook was down over the weekend for a little bit. Oh, really, Rasheen? I don't use Facebook that much. Do you offer past life reading? I don't offer past life readings yet, Amber, but it's something I'm definitely looking into doing. Is a past life reading. Or that's something I'm thinking of offering is past life readings. How much for what, Ileana? If you want a live reading, you guys can donate to my PayPal or my super chat. All right. I hate that I can't. Yeah, I need a new phone. This phone's annoying. So I'm trying to get the link for you guys, but of course, that takes way more effort than it should. Oh my God. Okay. Lord, that took way longer than it should have. All right, so here's the link for Super Chat. Or for PayPal, I mean. So I just posted a link. If one of you wants a live reading while I'm still here, you can donate to my PayPal or the Super Chat. I would prefer if you donated to my PayPal. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, and anything above $20 is 2 questions, 30 is 3 questions, 40 is 4 questions, so on and so forth. So let's continue on. I sometimes have premonitions that usually come true. That's interesting. Well, Nick, you say you're spiritual, so. Earthy Indigo does past life readings. I did not know that, actually. I've actually gotten a couple readings from Earthy. I love her. I keep seeing 1101. Anyone else? That's usually a good sign. You're welcome, Castor. Now I'm over here eating some overpriced gummy bears. No weed, just my sweet tooth. Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned weed because, yeah, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable talking about weed on YouTube for some reason. YouTube has become so PC lately. It's actually kind of annoying. I miss when we had freedom of self-expression and artistic expression on YouTube without being censored. But I also understand that people took it way too far. So, or some people took it way too far. Yeah, I love earthy. Are you in your new home already? I am in my new home right now. I don't have any furniture right now, but something I'm also working on. So right now we're in my living room with no furniture. So hopefully soon I'll be able to live stream from my couch soon. All right, but yeah, I'm in my home. People too sensitive. I agree. Yes, she does. She told me about my past lives and the past life love connection I had with an ex. Ooh, everything is offensive. I know. Blessings that will come. Just pray. You're right. Thank you, Caster. I do need to pray on it. Prayer changes things. Nick Howard, spiritual and meditate like crazy. Yes, Nick. More yay for the new home. Yes. Thank you, guys. God, I cannot wait to be in my own home soon. It will happen, Caster. Christine, Lamarr, you have to get a PO box so I can send you home warming gifts. I actually do have a PO box, or set up an Amazon account and make a wish list. That would be really fun. But I do have a PO box. Let me put it in the chat box for you guys. I do have a PO box. Oh dang, it's not on this thingy. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go through my emails to pull it up, but give me a second. There's the PO box. Ooh, it's kind of messed up. Let me post it again. There you go. Okay, so I got a PayPal donation. Thank you, Ileana, for your $5 donation. Please go ahead and ask your question. Or did you ask your question in the thingy? Get it when you can, Lamarr. Yes. Congrats on the new place, Lamarr. Thank you, Nick. Let me write it down. Yes. Yes, I am taking housewarming gifts. And by the way, my birthday month is coming up next month. All right, December 27th. So we'll probably have a live stream, birthday celebration that day. Maybe I'll open my gifts on that day if you guys send me gifts. Caster says, I'm praying. People in my current space are so annoying as fuck and unappreciative and feel entitled. I am done and planes are in order. Yeah, Caster, sounds like you need to get out of wherever you are right now and go out on your own. It was one of the best things I did was to go out on my own. It was a little bit of a struggle, being on my own, paying my rent by myself. Like it's a little bit of a struggle, but it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. Promise you. Rasheen says sensitive times we live in online because the real world is still a concrete jungle. Only online we can publicly punish you. Exactly. Okay, thanks. Be on the lookout, Lamarr. Okay, I will. Thank you, Christine. My question is, I'm seeing a guy who is a Sagittarius. He doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, but can't let go of me. Why? My life path is 27-9. Oh, the energy of 27 people. Yes. And 27, kind of equals to 9. So y'all in this numerology I live. Peace of mind is very important to me, and I will have that. Yes. That's one thing about living alone is that you have peace of mind. You have your own space. You don't have to worry about anyone trying to take over your space, child. Okay, let's just take this off of the charger. And let's answer Ileana's question. But first, let me go ahead and so Ileana's question. Oh, I love numerology too. All of this is super interesting. I know. I'm still trying to understand the life path number concept. Me too. Excuse me. All I know is that I'm a life path 5. 27 is the number of champions. Yes. So let's answer Ileana's question. Ileana wants to know, why does her Sagittarius guy not want to be in a relationship with her but can't let her go? Siobhan is a champion, Bree. So why will the Sagittarius man that Ileana is dealing with not let Ileana go? Why is the Sagittarius man that Ileana is dealing with? Why can he not let Ileana go? We had a card fall out. This is the 8 of Cups. Right, so this could definitely be the energy of not wanting to let go, holding on to a situation, especially a situation that's not good for you or healthy for you, maybe a bit toxic. I think I'm getting too lazy with putting the wand on that ass because I do believe in karma. Yes, me too. Nick says, I'm a Sagittarius, Ileana. He must see something in you, but must not be ready. Usually find relationships when I don't want one and start to develop feelings. Nick might be onto something. Rasheen, the older you get, peace moves more and more to the top of a person's list. Peace is everything. Yes. I find that as I get older, I just want to be home. I just want to be home. If I'm out with people too long, I'm just kind of like, okay. When do I get to go home again to my own space? That's what I'm waiting for. Hi, Visions. Why will Ileana Sagittarius not let go of the relationship with her, even though he doesn't want a relationship? Why is it difficult for this Sagittarius man to let go of Ileana? My daughters are life path 5, Mercury, travel. Yes. Life paths we're like gypsies. We like to travel. We don't like staying in one place. We're kind of very restless, which is, so accurate. Y'all know I'm restless. Y'all know I never sleep. I literally have not slept. The last live we did, I have not slept in between that live and this live at all. And that live was 8 hours ago? I have not slept. We are, exactly, Caster. So why will this Sagittarius not let go of Ileana? Let's do last shuffle. All day, no sleep, no sleep. I'll probably crash at some point later, but, I have not slept. We have the 4 of Cups here in the past position. I do feel like there's something about him. I think Nick was onto something. There's something about him that he likes. Here we have the 3 of Cups. I feel like it's your creativity. It's your openness, specifically in your style. Are you into fashion, Ileana, or something like that? I feel like he's attracted to your style in some way. Capricorns are workaholics. We are workaholics. You're very, very right about that. We have the Queen of Pentacles here in the future position. He also likes that you're a go-getter. He likes that you're someone you're a go-getter, but you also like to have fun. You have a good balance of go-getter energy and fun-loving, free-spirited energy. All right. I suggest doing research on your life path. Let it marinate in your spirit by taking notes so you can manifest within. Good to know, Siobhan. Here we have the Hierophant here. Interesting. The Four of Swords. So I feel like there's something about you where he enjoys your company. He likes your energy. He's attracted to your style. He's attracted to your mind. He's attracted to your energy. But in terms of committing, it's he doesn't want to commit right now. There's also like a fear of commitment because it's almost like he doesn't know where he's going with his life. Because it's like he wants to move. He wants to, he may have a lot of things he wants to do actually, but actually doing them and going through with them may be a bit difficult here with this Ten of Swords or Ten of Wands energy. All right, so he may have a lot that he wants to do, but actually seeing those things through may not be the easiest thing for him. So when someone can't commit to their own life purpose or their own kind of life journey, typically this is someone who has commitment issues. All right, if a person can't commit to themselves, that speaks of some sort of commitment issue. All right, make a spiritual vision board to keep on track. Yes. Ooh, that's a good point. I need to make a vision board. I don't have my vision board here. Sag and Gems are the bachelors of the zodiac. Yes. Also could be testing the waters, Ileana. Us Saggies like to have a taste, aka hook up, and see if we have bond more than just the surface. To be honest, we are hoes and sometimes don't want to admit too early to scare away. Nick is spilling his own tea. I like that. There is something, I don't know if you guys have actually, been intimate with one another, but there is something about him enjoying the intimate aspect or the potential of, having an intimate aspect in the relationship if it's not already been accomplished. All right. But, moving forward, it does seem like things will get better. It does seem like he will start to be a bit more consistent, in certain ways. He'll start to be a bit more proactive as well. All right, moving forward. Sometime next year, I feel like the beginning of next year, you're going to see like a shift in him. All right. For the good, yeah, but there's also something about, he's kind of slow to come around in full. All right. Yeah, Siobhan, Nick is just telling it all. And I love it. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's something about, it's hard for him to let go because he enjoys the company that you guys, that you guys have together, the time that you guys spend together, but there's also something where he has commitment issues. I'm a freak though and don't hide it. Yes, Nick, you're in good company. I'm not a hoe at Nick, just a little friendly sometimes. Yes. Castor, well, that Gemini reflects your life path. Sounds like you need to be more hands-on in this life. Explore. Yes. Nick, I almost have zero tact. Yeah. I can actually be that way too, a little bit. I'm not going to lie. You have Mars and Mercury in Sag, right, Nick? I think it's that Mars and Mercury in Sag and Venus and Scorpio. Like, yeah. So we can be a little freaky, a little freaky leagues. Freakalik Shakisha. Thank you, Visions, for your $5 donation. I really, really appreciate that. So go ahead and, well, maybe you sent your actually question in the box thingy. Hold on, let me look. So, Visions, do you want me to read your question out loud or do you want to maintain your privacy? Let me know. It's gotta be hard on men with all these unpaid hookers running around. Ciao. Yes, Lamarr, me and you have a lot of the same energy. Yeah, we're both freak leaks, Nick. Okay, so okay, I can read your question out loud. Why do I feel like listening to Beyonce Daddy Lessons? I like that song. That's a good song. Freak a leak. You know, I'm such a freak that sometimes I can kind of get straight guys to like experiment. That's how freaky I am. It's kind of weird. Because I'm just open. Like Mars, Mercury, and Sag, and Venus and Scorpio, like I'm open with it, you know? Like I'm open on the live, but when I'm off live, honey, it's like on ×2, right? Or ×4. So, all right, let's answer Vision's question, which is, I think, Visions, your question is, will the Scorpio communicate with you? Is that your question? Rocco, yes. Lamarr, yes. You know, I cannot help it. It is just who I am. Like, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Lamarr spilling tea too. Yes, you guys. I have freakily tendencies. How do you like it, Daddy? How do you like? Yes. See, look, it's too early, y'all. It's too early. It is too early, honey. Yes, Lamarr, spill it. Spill it all, Lord. Lamarr and Lamarrettes, have a blessed day. Thank you so much for helping me gain some clarity to all. Have a blessed day. You too, Caster. You're welcome, Ileana. Caps are very sensual. You're very right, Ade. We are very sensual. Yes, Lamarr, you are a freak. Your music tells it all. I know. That is what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's getting hot in here. Yes, Vision. So take off all your clothes. I am. Okay, Visions. Let me see. Okay, so that's your question. Okay, good. I agree, Christine. Yes. Siobhan says the first time my name was in a song was Freakily Ratchet. Yes. That's my song. I haven't listened to that song in a minute. Freakily Shakisha. Something. Shauna. That's my song. How do you like it, Daddy? How do you like it, Daddy? All right, so let's get into the tea. Will the Scorpio man communicate with visions? All right, Lamarr in chat, I have something to ask. Ask away, Nick. Let me clear my throat first, though. Ooh. Why am I nervous? A little bit. All right, so will this Scorpio man communicate with visions? Will this Scorpio man communicate with visions? Vision says I'm nervous too. We back on the Scorpios, huh? Yes. Well, we are in Scorpio season, so you know how that goes. Will this Scorpio communicate with visions? You asking a Scorpio to communicate? Will the Scorpio communicate with visions? Well, let's see. Maybe this is a different kind of Scorpio. Here we have the Four of Swords here in the past position. Ace of Cups here in the present position. So there are some sort of feelings there. All right, there does seem like there's some feelings here. We have the Five of Pentacles. So it seems like he's kind of waiting for you to make the first move, to make the first gesture, something like that. Here we have the Ace of Wands, so this could be a manifestation of energy. This can also be sexual energy. So are you just looking for like a sexual rendezvous, or do you want more from this Scorpio? He don't communicate. Oh, he doesn't. I can see that with the Five of Pentacles showing up here in the future and the Four of Swords in the past. Hi, Ty. Okay. I got out of a relationship about a month ago, and I can't get out of my lease for another 60-ish days, and been seeing other girls while living with my ex. Is that cheating or greasy in any way? Yeah, just don't do it in her face. And yeah, as long as y'all aren't smashing anymore, I guess. If you're smashing, it's going to be awkward, right? And I just would not bring any girls, around her. You don't want her to cock block. Just as like I'm sure she doesn't want you to cock block. Not that you would do that. Scorpio like Dracula, you want to feel the heat from you. And it's interesting because, there's a vampire here on this card. So it's interesting that you speak about Dracula. Here we have the Six of Wands. So will he communicate the Justice? I feel like, interestingly enough, I feel like there's something where you're going to have to like give him gestures or give him hints that you want him to communicate with you. He's not someone who is, an initiator. So I feel like you would have to kind of make the first move. He's very hot and cold. Hi, Tam. Scorpios want all of you, but can't do the same exactly. Yeah, and there's something about him where he's very hot and cold. But the question is, will he communicate with you? The answer is not without you making some sort of gesture first. Otherwise, you may have to be the one who reaches out, unfortunately. A lot of guys are like that. They want you to make the first move, so they don't have their egos bruised if you say no, something like that. You know how guys are. But you kind of may be the one that have to gesture or, kind of signal, hey, talk to me, send me a message, something like that. I'd love to talk with you more. I'd love if we talk more outside of, you know what I'm saying? Like, just find a way to kind of nudge to him, like, hey, I want you to talk more to me. You kind of have to speak in his code, speak in his language. Hi, Aisha. I do all the time, and it's nothing but silent. Exactly, Nick. Keep the respect. You do all the time, but it's nothing but silent. With this guy's silence, you kind of want to take as a hint. All right. Because once again, this is the type of guy where he's not one to express his feelings. He's not one to say, hey, maybe I'm not feeling this too much, or hey, maybe I don't want something as serious as you want. It's like you kind of have to read between the lines with this guy. I am this weekend. I have get everything I need, but I was reading up on it, and I feel like I was reading about myself. Nick, and we aren't hooking up, kissing, hugging each other together, nothing. I want out like now. I want a bachelor pad like now. Child, I can see Nick already with his bachelor pad. Lord. Make sure you sage Nick your bachelor pad. Maybe he's not into you, or maybe he's not. It's not that he's not into you, it's just that he's not very forward. Fix it, Jesus. Yes. Hi, Aisha. It's more to it, but I'll be paying you all day. Yes, Visions. He's trying to get a read on you. Yes, he's trying to feel you out and trying to figure out where your head is at, which is what Scorpios do, right? They want to feel you out first and then go from there. Which is why I'm saying you may have to be the one to make the move, first. But then you have to kind of wonder, do you really want to deal with a guy who's like that in the first place, Nick, I think she was talking about you and your bachelor pad. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, stuff going on in that bachelor pad, right? No shade, no tea. You know how we are, all right? We see each other, right? And when I say we, I mean Venus and Scorpio, Mercury, Mars, and Sag. Bob Johnson says Donald Trump is a good person who is bashed for who he is. Okay, Bob. Thank you for your opinion. Ade says Scorpios are great mind fucks. They really are. Ty Williams says motherwort is a much needed herb for protection. Yeah, I need to get some. Don't they have motherwort tea? He has raised the employment rate. He did do that, didn't he? Christine, you are too much, but I already know that because I feel your energy. Okay, and you know this, Lamarr. I might even set a special room. Yes, Nick, exactly. Child. Yeah, I know, Nick. I can't even imagine me and Nick together. Like the conversations we would have in private. Oh my gosh. I'm sure they couldn't be repeated. They could not be repeated. We can't give Trump credit for jobs. And who should receive that credit? Everybody should be able to work. I agree, Siobhan. Not everybody's dedicated enough to hold a job. I was just saying this the other day. Vision said it will be hot and steamy with you and Nick. It really, really would. Like, I think me and Nick would be a hot mess together. Who knows what we would get into? Like, who knows? But the funny thing is that I'm down for the adventure. Like, that's like Mars and Mercury and Sag. You can go to Beyonce concert and the show can be amazing, but everybody gets credit. True. It's not just Beyonce, it's the dancers, it's the stage hands, it's the fans make the experience as well. I think Bob is a troll too, But, you know, I'm a troll for stating my opinions. Well, it's just kind of trollish to, you know, kind of interject the conversation when we talked about Trump like an hour ago. But, you know, it is what it is, Bob. All right. We're entertaining you. Convo would be wild, but I'm sorry, Lamarr, I'm 100% straight. Right. Well, that's what I meant. I think the conversations. The choreographer, the crew, the whole production team gets credit. Exactly. Is Bob a troll for stating his opinion? No. There's just something trollish about him to me. But yeah, as long as you're respectful, exactly. Ty says Bob Johnson is a white boy with hate issues or self-hating person who would love to hate. I agree. Bob is. This is not the place. Give the convo. Give him the convo. Yeah, we're just gonna leave Bob alone. Wow, toxic as hell. We can state our opinions respectfully and without pushing them onto others. I agree. My bad. Didn't mean to come off like that. You're fine. A lot of straight guys think I'm hitting on them. But I don't know. I'm not. I'm just saying my opinion. All of a sudden, I'm a white boy with hate issues. Yeah, Bob, please don't get your panties in a bunch. It's not that big of a deal. All right. Take a chill pill, have a glass of wine, all right, take a bath, a relaxing bath, light a candle, you know, do something. All right. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good day, Bob. Bob needs to be on that list. Yeah, well, I'm gonna give Bob, you know, the benefit of a doubt right now until he, you know, starts acting. Screw you too, Biggie Cheese looking ass boy right along with Amy ass. Looking like ET having ass. Okay, Bob. Block Bob if you don't want him in here. I'm just gonna put Bob on the list. That's what we'll do. We'll put Bob on the list. So Bob, you want to be on the list now, huh? Okay. By the way, this candle has been burning since I lit it yesterday. I have not. Bob does need a hug. So let's send an e-hug to Bob. So we have Larry, we have Amy, and we have Bob, all right, on the list. So these are the trolls who continue to harass me, continue to harass my channel. And because you continue to harass me in my channel, I therefore have the merits, the right to spiritually defend myself as well as attack if need be. So that's how that goes. Bob, do you need attention? Are you hitting on people or mad about yourself? Hate people, hate people, or hurt people like yourself? Are you the same person as Amy Larry? I think Bob is probably the same person as Amy Larry. And I just don't think they get the point yet. But, you know, it is what it is. I know, right? These names. First we had Bob, we had Amy, we had Larry. Get a hobby, you guys. Like, I'm bored at this point by you all. You're boring now. Like, blame names for blame people. I hate myself too, exactly. Bob, you shouldn't mess with people. I ain't hugging Bob, not fucking my energy up. I know, right? Yeah. We're gonna send Bob, out to Troll Land. Back to Troll Land. The trolls just don't learn. You know? Okay, don't hug, just send love and light. Yes. My energy is protected. Yes. Oh, we're all protected in this room, honey. All right. I don't know about Bob or Amy or Larry. Those names, like, just the names alone is just like, are you fucking serious? Like, trolls are pathetic. You all are pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. Like, get out of here, dude. This is not the place for you. Trolls get handled here. All right. But, you don't have to take my word for it. Just keep bothering me. There ain't no hating here. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. All about the love and support up in here. The trolls are the same person. Yeah, I think it is the same person all day. Which, is funny to me because that makes you even more like pathetic if you're the same person. If Larry is the same person as Bob, is the same person as Amy, like, you're really pathetic. And I hope you get the help you need. And I hope you find someone else to troll, because I'm telling you right now, eventually the energy is going to get so strong for you that you're not going to be able to be in this room. You're not going to be able to fuck with us anymore, So keep digging a hole for yourself, Amy, Bob, Lily, whatever the fuck your name is. Did I get the PayPal? Let me check my PayPal. Lil P Ratliff. Let me check my PayPal. Yeah, my haters are my motivators. Literally, like, literally my motivators. I didn't get a PayPal from you, Lil P Ratliff. Exactly. Bye, Bob. Yeah, Lil P Ratliff, I didn't get a PayPal. Are you a Sag? I'm not a Sag. I'm a Mars and Mercury in Sag, but I'm actually a Capricorn. I'm heavy with Capricorn energy. Yeah, I can go from 0 to 100 really quick. It is what it is. Don't pay them no mind because it's what they want. I agree. So yeah, let's get off whatever his name is. The girl I've been talking to already sees the extent of my freakiness. She saw my down low tattoo and was like, wow, that explains a lot. What's a down low tattoo, Nick? How you doing? I think Bob have left the chat room. Good always outweighs the bad. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. What's everyone's sign? Roll call. Capricorn. She's a Cap and it's been explosive. So, Nick, how many times a day would you say you need sex? Let's just spill some real tea. Rumor has it, rumor has it, rumor has it. Yes, Visions, you're a Capricorn too. Yes. You have a very sexual tattoo very close to your happy place. Which happy place, Nick? I'm just kidding. I can only assume it means your happy place, you know, in the front. Every damn day, Lamarr. Yes, Nick. I can imagine. That sounds accurate. Will I just catch my child brother? Lil P Ratliff, did you send a super chat or a PayPal? And under what name? This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say me and Nick would be a mess together. Like, this conversation that we're having right now is just like a mess. But it's so normal between like a Mars and Mercury and Sag and Venus and Scorpio. Rumor has it, so I already spent way more time on live than I thought or had planned to. You guys always get me talking. Demon, this is a real in-depth reading. That's so crazy dope at the same time. Yes, you sent a PayPal. Okay, under what name? Because I didn't get a notification and I looked. And I didn't have a notification that I got a new. Because all the payments I've gotten, I've read on these people. I haven't gotten any new payments. So maybe try sending it again. Lil P Ratliff. Rumor has it. Yeah, try it again. All these caps in the room. I agree. There's a lot of Capricorn energy in here. I think everyone should learn about your family bloodline because I see there are people who have family in secret society or secret group that is control over the world. Interesting. Who would that be? Call them out, Ty. Ooh. Ty is amazing. Lamarr. Tame says, Lamarr, it's easy for time to be lost in here. It's a happy, free-flowing, positive energy room. I like coming here. It's relaxing, chill. I know. Like, I don't even know how long I've been on live. I've lost track of time. I love coming here too. I know. And it's like hard for me to get off. It's funny because the maintenance people haven't even come yet. Or did they? I didn't hear anyone knock on my door. Did you guys? Let me go check my door real quick. Rumor has it, rumor has it, rumor has it. So for those of you who are still joining, I am doing live readings for, the little bit of time I'm, that's my P.O. box. I don't know. Well, I guess let me post the link to my P.O. box for anyone who wants to write it down. My birthday is coming up next month. So if you want to send a nice little gift, a donation, a housewarming gift, that would be greatly appreciated. But now we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to get this link for you guys for the PayPal. Should we do a reading to see what's in store for us today? Who wants to know what's in store for us today in the room? Who wants like a general reading for everyone in the room? I want to see what's in store today for us. What tea we can get. What tea the cards can spill. This is so annoying to get the link. Oh my God. Like, could you just get the link and not make it so difficult? Oh my gosh, this is really complicated. Okay, so bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get the link to the PayPal on. I'm trying to copy it, but it's really complicated. Does anyone ever have this issue with trying to copy things on your phone, like, and it won't ever stay? Like, it always moves whenever you try to like get it exactly where you need it. There we go. Jesus. Okay. So for those of you who are just joining, I am doing live readings. All right, I just posted the link on the PayPal, or the link to the PayPal in the chat box. The link is also in the description box, and anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three, so on and so forth. Yes, Nick, you definitely made us laugh. I love basketball in the movie Space Jam. I tattoo of Bugs and Lola Bunny. Bugs got over his knee getting spanked. Oh. Yeah, let's see what the energies have in store for us today. Nick is making me want to get a naughty tattoo. I don't know where I would get it, though. I really want a tattoo, like, sleeve, though. I want an arm tattoo sleeve. That's what I want. Ooh, really tight. I believe that. So let's just see what the energies have in store for us today. What can the angels tell us about today? What can the angels, the spirit guides, the ancestors, what message can the angels, the spirit guides, and the ancestors give us today? What message can the angels, the ancestors, the spirit guides give us today? Or what messages can the angels, the spirit guides, and the ancestors give us for today? What messages do the angels, the ancestors, and the spirit guides have for us for today? For those of us in this room, what do we need to know about today? Yeah, Nick, I want a tattoo arm sleeve. They're really expensive though. All right, last shuffle. And let's do one more shuffle. I didn't really like that shuffle. So let's do one more shuffle. What messages do the angels, the ancestors, and spirit guides have for us for today? Okay, that wasn't a bad shuffle. But let's work with that. All right. Oh, here we have the star in the past. All right, it does show up in the past. Here we have the Six of Wands in the present position. All right, so a lot of us could be facing our fears at this time, or facing things that are out of our control. A lot of us are dealing with things that are out of our control at this time, and we're forced to be in a space where we're uncomfortable, or where there's something about there's some element to it of the unknown, and there's an element of fear attached to it as well. But it's all to make us stronger. Okay, so focus on strength, focus on the solution to your problems as well. And we get the Knight of Cups. Okay, interesting. The Sun. Okay, so this is a really good day for creativity, for getting ish done. All right, it's a really, really good day for organization, planning. King of Cups. It's also a good day to be social. It's a good day for love and romance, especially getting it in. All right, so it is the day of Mars. So Tuesday is the day of Mars. So that Mars energy is very it's sexual. It's sex. So y'all better go out there and get it in, okay, on this good Tuesday if you need to. Otherwise, the rest of us are just going to be focusing on work and focusing on, getting things organized, getting things tucked away that, need to get tucked away, and, just kind of, doing the regular duties of life. All right. But there's something coming around the bend for a lot of us, and I feel like it deals with relationships. There's some new opportunity coming for a lot of us. And it just seems like someone's coming our way. Someone is coming our way. Don't know if they're coming today, but it does seem like they're coming soon, and they want something. All right. So it's going to be different for some of you. Some of them, they just want a conversation. Some of them are going to want more than just a conversation. Some of them are going to want to move in or something like that. Some people are going to be very demanding. Some want money. Some want sex, but there's definitely someone coming to us, all right, in this room. This is for the people in this room, and also for the people who are watching, for the energy of November 13th, 2018. But I'm going to extend it to November 14th, 2018 as well. Ace of Wands can be a sexual energy, all right? It can also be a manifestation of energy. I think someone's coming towards us, you guys, okay? So you guys are going to have to let me know if any of you get it in, or is this for everyone? Yes, this is for everyone. This is a general forecast for today. Hey, David. So it's also a good day, once again, for action. It's Tuesday, so action-oriented energy, being proactive, going out, getting some grocery shopping done, but also staying in your own lane, trying to stay in your own lane today. But there's also something about not being afraid to take risks. So, if you're feeling a little risque, if you feel like, putting on some lingerie or something like that underneath your clothes, or, doing something a little bit out of the norm, out of the ordinary, but that's something that makes you feel good, it's a good time for that as well. So I think I might go in the underwear drawer and pull out a little something myself just to make myself feel good. I'm going to put on some perfume, honey. I'm going to clean, because that's my way of relaxation. It's a good day to do whatever relaxes you. Yep, definitely feel the Mars energy as an Aries sun sign. Exactly. Damn, there goes my chill time today. What do you mean, Rasheen? I want to lounge for a few hours. Yeah. Love a guy with tats. Yes. I got half a sleeve chest piece, hip to pit on one side and my naughty one. Wow. Nick, if only you weren't straight. I have a travel style thorny rose in the middle of my back. Ooh, that sounds really pretty. It represents my liking of having it a bit more rough. Ooh, it comes from my favorite book, Kushil's Dart. A thorny rose, that makes sense. Yes. Lamar's there children in your home? No, that's children outside. I don't know what's going on out there. I mind my own business. I don't know what they're doing out there, and I don't want to know because it doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in. Loud crying children, no shade. I feel like I have to move around, get things situated. Yeah, I feel really restless today. Like I need to always be doing something. I did work for today for self-care. Yes, that's good. Maybe that's what you need. It's a very me focused day today. All right. So whatever you need for you, do it. And a desire to be physically active. Now, when you say physically active, David, do you mean like active, just in terms of out and about, or another kind of physically active? All right. Yes, Nick. If only you weren't straight, honey. Siobhan, you appreciate that, Ty Williams. When I find this out, I will thank you personally after I married you, the rich husband you protected. Yes, that emperor. Come through, emperor, as well as sexually. Yes, David, that's what I thought. But I needed that confirmation. My fave tat, my birth chart on my arm. Ooh, you got your birth chart on your arm. That's really unique. Visions territory. I'm about to blast the music and get dressed. Yes. I mean, physically active like exercise. Yeah. I need to go to the gym too, actually. I just like going to the gym. There's something about going to the gym that makes me feel good. Thank you, Aisha, for the $4.99 donation. I'm itching for another tattoo to represent my love of music. Get some Fireball. Fireball alcohol. My uncle gave me some Fireball over the weekend, and it was like, ironically, it was like way too strong for me. Like, I'm more of a rum kind of person. Oh, you're fine. Thank you, Aisha, for the $4.99 donation to my super chat. I appreciate it. I am not particular. Although lately I've been particular about PayPal. But, if you donate, you donate. So let's get into Aisha's question. Aisha wants to know, Aisha says she's so over this corporate gig and the people, but trying to remain positive, or am I wasting my time? I gotta get back to my workout plan. I had to get dental work done, so I was on my meds. Yeah, this move kind of set me back with my workout regimen. I need to go to the gym too. I think I'll go hiking after this or go on a run. Yeah, I kind of want to go out and be active. I have a list of things to do. I'm gonna tackle a few things shortly. Small self, love break to re-up. Yes. I'm a rum person too. Yeah, I'm like a brown liquor kind of person. Brown liquor and white wine. So is Aisha wasting her time with her corporate gig? Should Aisha move on from her corporate job and look for something new? Is Aisha wasting her time on her corporate job? Should Aisha move on to something new? Oh yeah, the cold messed up with your workout regimen. That can happen. I love rum, whiskey, and tequila. I kind of like tequila. I'm not gonna lie. Tequila and Patron. So should Aisha leave her corporate job? Should she look for something new? What should Aisha do? Is it time for Aisha to leave her current corporate job and look for something new? Is Aisha meant to get out of the corporate landscape in general? What messages do Aisha's angels, spirit guides, and ancestors have for Aisha? I can't drink the way I used to. I used to be a rebel. I've been drinking more than usual lately. Here we have the King of Cups here in the past position. This can be an overbearing boss, an overbearing supervisor in some way. Here we have the Eight of Cups. So this can be about holding on, all right? And this, with the Eight of Cups specifically, can be about like emotionally holding on. So this can speak of an emotional attachment maybe to the job. Maybe you've been working there so long that you become emotionally attached to it. Or there's something about it where it provides you some sort of stability, all right? For the meantime. I love adioses though. Just getting here. Love the video idea. Yes, we talked about it. You're going to have to watch the playback because we talked about Trump in the beginning of the video. But here we have the High Priestess in the future position. So Aisha, you know deep down that there's, you kind of know what to do. You're just kind of bojangling a bit on making the decision, partly due to fear, partly due to maybe not having a plan of action once you finally do decide to leave the corporate landscape. But also partly due to fear, I feel like. I feel like that's the biggest thing is fear. I feel like we've also talked about this before. The Fool. So this is definitely about new opportunities, manifesting new opportunities, and being open. Yes, Aisha. Here we have the Knight of Cups here in the future position as well. Oh, I get the Lovers. Interesting. The King of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Whether or not you're wasting your time depends on what you want. What would you say you want out of your career at this time, Aisha? You do feel that way, like stuck. Yeah. You need to figure out what you want in your career. What do you want to do in your career? I want to do my own thing, work on my own shit. I would say then start making moves towards doing your own thing. The sooner you start, the easier the transition will be from being on the corporate landscape into doing your own thing. Aisha, I do see right now is not the time for you to change jobs. Romantically, you're a hermit, and it's cool. No matter what, I'll be okay. Your boss likes you and he admires your work. Do not change your job yet. I agree with the boss. Yeah, I feel like you need a plan. Like I see, that there's something about you needing to like have a plan of action prior to transitioning to doing your own thing. So the sooner you start making moves towards doing your own thing, the sooner you kind of come up with a plan of action, the smoother the transition will be. But, not acting, Aisha, today's a really good day actually to start planning your, kind of escape from the corporate plantation. And I don't mean escape in a bad way. I'm just saying. All right. And I don't mean to call it the corporate plantation, by the way. That was such a Freudian slip. I really tried to like be PC. I don't know if you guys were paying attention. I don't even know what I was saying earlier. I think I was saying the corporate landscape. That's my moon in Libra. I try to be PC with everything. But you know what I mean, right? You're right, just impatient, but okay, that's good insight. Yes. Yes, Aisha, you got this. Thank you, Natalie, for helping us read, Aisha. Nick, I'm going to say this. Pain is pleasure. Am I the only person that finds, since Nick is talking so much about his armpits, am I the only person that finds guys' armpits to be highly attractive? Like, I'm kind of turned on by guys' armpits. I don't know why it turns me on. That's what this chat is all about. Exactly, being supportive. I have one more message for Aisha, if that's okay. Yes, go ahead. You shouldn't be PC. Hi, oh yeah, yeah. Siobhan. Looks like that fire is activating this shift. That makes sense. You're welcome, Aisha. I'm turned on by their chest and arms, Lamarr. Wow, armpits. I love hands. Interesting, hands. That makes sense, though. Yeah, guys' armpits were like really turn me on. I don't know why. I see that you have been hurt by this man who is sneaky and hurt you. However, everything will be okay. You're strong and you will get the family you desire. Yes. Hi, Jemiah. David, I like having a strong chest that I can lay my head on. Yes, David. Siobhan says, I just love all of a man. Me too, Siobhan. From the top of his head to the sole of his feet, honey. Me too. For those of you who are still here, I am doing live readings. So I'm doing live astrology birth chart readings, quick birth chart overview readings, as well as psychic tarot readings. So if you would like a reading, please donate to my super chat, or you can donate to my PayPal. I prefer my PayPal. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $30 is three questions, so on and so forth. The link to my PayPal is in the description box. It's also in the chat box. So you are so right about the romantic hermit. I'm trying to get out there. Yes. Men are so yummy. They are. Yes. Ty says, Lamarr, I think you should do a reading on America 2019. I'm doing this reading already. It's not good. You will see more riots in the streets everywhere in America and the world. That's a good idea, Ty. Maybe that'll be our later night live later today. We'll talk about that. Because when I was actually thinking about doing astrology for 2019, but I think I like that idea better. I'm here to pair up with the boss, so shoot, guys. I love that Natalie calls me the boss. I love that. But that's just my Capricorn, right? Thanks so much, Natalie. My energies have been so off lately, more so this week. Yes. Demons are leaving, I promise you. That's just a moment. Jupiter will square Neptune too, so yeah. Ooh, squaring Neptune. In 2019? Didn't we talk about that earlier, though? I think we talked about that, actually. I think we talked about that when I looked up the astrology for 2019. So why am I surprised? Who's the Cancer? Yeah, we did, Siobhan, exactly. Ty says in 2019, I see gay people are fighting back. No more oppression for everyone. I see a lot of children are killing and being killed a lot in 2019. Oh, there are going to be strict laws on women with children. Interesting. Haven't we suffered enough crazy? Yeah. How do you guys know this stuff with the planets? I want to learn that. Well, I was self-taught. I taught myself. I don't know about other people. And I genuinely have like a deep interest in astrology, so when I talk about astrology, you know it's genuine. The planets line up with what's highest saying. It makes sense. Exactly. Yes, I love the support in this room. But I feel like the years to come will also give rise to more people in leadership, people going through awakenings. I agree, David. But how do you know it's going square in what planet? Oh, those are called aspects. And a square is typically, when two placements don't agree with one another energetically, basically. People becoming entrepreneurs, yes. You're right, David. 2019, Trump might step down from office because of his daughter. Neglected family bills will pass for mom and dad. When you love astrology, you'll want to learn it exactly. Like, is there a website I can follow to follow the planets? Cafe Astrology does a planetary overview. Yes. You can also type in planets today in Google or something like that. Just calm down with Venus in retro, and Mercury is in the dust phase of retro. Exactly. Child support bills will be strict for women. Interesting, Ty. We talked about a lot of this in the beginning of the video, actually, with Trump and how Trump kind of took away power from women, and how though the power will kind of be coming back around is what I saw to the people. Yeah, David, exactly. I actually want to make my own app, my own astrology app, where well, I don't want to give the concept away, but I want to make my own astrology app. I just don't know where to start. So if anyone knows anything about making apps, hit me up. I know I need to hit up KC because we were talking about, I talked about wanting to do tarot classes. And she had some sort of software. So I'm going to have to contact her soon. 2019, I see a lot of celebrities are coming out gay or bisexual. Some will get married with their lovers too. Ooh, yes. Yes, one thing I love seeing. Can I talk to you guys about something? One thing I love as a gay man with Scorpio energy, which is transformative energy. I have my Scorpio and my Venus and Pluto. All in, I think, my 4th house or 3rd house. Nonetheless, I love that I'm able to bring guys out of the closet. Like, I love that I have that ability, because men, straight, bi, whatever the situation is. But typically men who are in the closet, who don't really know whether they're gay or, bi, whatever their situation is, bi-curious. I have a way where I kind of bring those men out of the closet. Like they're comfortable with me because they know I'll keep their secrets. And it's not always a sexual thing. Like sometimes it's just like a friend thing. Like guys are comfortable with me. I like that. We need to abolish the idea of coming out. I never came out and said who I was smashing when I started. You're right, Siobhan. But I do feel like it's different with guys. With guys, it's a bit different. Unfortunately, guys have to have this kind of coming out phase. Whether they come out to themselves, like they finally, make a decision, okay, this is who I am. I'm coming out, it's like that kind of thing. One thing I don't believe in though is like pulling someone out of the closet, like, you know what I'm saying, on purpose. I don't think that's cool. Yes, David. Keep being positive. Nick says, no, I want to get a tattoo in my daily frisk on. I saw Jaden Smith came out as bi in a relationship with Tyler, the Creator. Didn't Jaden Smith just say he had a boyfriend? I was interested in that as well, whether or not that was like a real thing. Should we do a reading on that? Should we do a reading on Jaden Smith and Tyler, the Creator, and if they're really in a relationship? $2019, there's going to be a lot of technology in the health field. $2019, gay and bisexual, even women are coming out of the closet. I think people will accept that in 2019. But aren't we all coming out of things our whole life? Then again, I'm not a gay man, so let me be quiet. No, I agree. I wish it were that simple, but it's just not for some reason. Yeah, I should do a reading on Jaden and Tyler. All right, David, go get your workout on. Let's look into Jaden Smith's and Tyler, the Creator's relationship. Are they really in a relationship together? Thank you for surrounding all of us in this room with your watery wall of protection, your fiery wall of protection, and your warrior shield of protection. We come in peace. All right. Thank you for protecting our emotions, our minds, our energies, our auras, our bodies. In the name of Jesus, I pray and thank you. Amen. Amen and amen. So, are Jaden and Tyler, the Creator, in a relationship? Are they in a committed, loving relationship? What's going on with that? Are Jaden... Well, I definitely feel like Jaden Smith gets hit on a lot by men. I do feel kind of an energy around Jaden Smith trying to figure himself out. Is he gay? And it's interesting, we were literally just talking about this. Is he gay? Is he bi? There's something about Jaden where he likes to be submissive. Oh, you think Jaden Smith doesn't like women, Ty? Yeah, there is something about Jaden where he likes to be submissive. He likes to be submissive. Are Jaden and Tyler the Creator in a relationship? Get the Four of Pentacles in the past. Ooh, child. Now in this deck, a lot of times this card for me means sex. Not always love, but child, the tea is piping hot. Ooh, Lord. Five of Pentacles. There's something about them, specifically Tyler, wanting to possibly like keep it a secret though. I went with my friend to a gay club a couple weeks ago and was offered mad drinks. Did you take them, Nick? I get the Chariot. I think there's something going on between them. But they want to keep it a secret. They want to keep it hush-hush. But there's something about Jaden where he's a bit more open, a bit more accepting of himself and this side of himself. I don't think Tyler is as open or as accepting of this side of himself yet. But it's interesting because I feel like we're going to start to see Tyler express this side of himself in his music. Has he been doing that lately? I'm not a huge fan of his music, to be honest. I think they got it in before. I think they got it in before too. I think they've gotten it in more than once, to be honest. If I can be like straightforward. But if I can be honest, there's something about Jaden where he kind of has a lot of people on his tail. Like he has a lot of men on his tail. I don't think Tyler's the only man that he's dealing with. So, but there is something about Tyler where Tyler does like Jaden. All right. They do like each other. Siobhan says the boys do show me love in the gay clubs. Yes, Siobhan. Yes. All right. So let's continue pulling cards. Yeah, there's something about... Ooh, can I be honest with you guys? I feel like there's going to come a point where they're going to they may start to like have some sort of issues in the public eye. And I feel like if they start having issues in the public eye, I'm saying it here first. If Jaden and Tyler start having issues in the public eye, I feel like it stems from one of them wanting more. And I feel like it would be Tyler who wants more from Jaden. But Jaden doesn't seem like the most commitment-oriented type of person right now. This is interesting. I missed some. Yeah, I think Jaden is not interested in a committed situation right now. And I have to be honest, there's something about Tyler where he kind of wants to have some sort of like relationship with Jaden. All right. But I don't think Jaden's going for it at this time. But there's something about them where they could kind of have an on and off relationship as well. It's a little chaotic. Like I feel like it might turn a little chaotic. You know how it can be when lust and feelings get involved, right? He's all over the place, exactly. What sign is Jaden? Because Willow's a Scorpio. I feel like Jaden might be a Pisces or something like that because I get Pisces energy. You know? But that's what I feel. And I do kind of feel like there's something about Jaden, and I don't know if he's envious of women. I think he kind of envies the way women are treated by men. I feel like that's like the biggest thing with him. Like I feel like he likes to be treated like, and this is kind of weird to say, he kind of likes to be treated by men. Like he likes the whole, oh, yeah, I got you, babe. Go take a seat, babe. I got you. Let me pull out the chair for you. He likes that. Jaden Smith is a Cancer. Okay, so that's water sign energy. Oh, Tyler loves white boys. Yeah, well, there's something about Jaden where he may not be a white boy, but he makes the cut, if that makes sense. Young great sex is difficult to deal with. I agree, Siobhan. Cancer's feminine too. Very feminine. Yes, Nick, you were taught not to judge and welcome all walks of life. That is a good thing. By the way, Nick, I hope you know I'm just like kind of like picking on you a little bit. I'm not attracted to you. Especially since I've never seen you. Willow Smith can't stand her family. She's the realest out of her family. I can see that. I whip my hair back and forth. Are Cancer men generally straight, me, feminine in relationship? What do you mean? It's a different kind of vibe. Oh, give me 1 second, guys.
Okay. How you doing?
Good. So I didn't take everything out of the.
No, it's fine. As a matter of fact, you know what? I know that when I was here, Friday or Tuesday? Tuesday, okay.
Yeah.
How does it look since?
I'm still seeing some.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think kind of like know what's the problem is, so let me take care of that
Okay.
and handle the
Okay.
problem. So I want to give at least another. You don't mind, right?
No, you're fine. Yeah.
I want to at least another week
Okay.
to see, because I want to put pesticide all over again, because the last thing that I want, I think I mentioned to you, I don't want to get these to get immune to it.
Yeah.
They get immune to it, we have a problem.
Okay.
They're not gonna die, so.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, definitely, we don't want that. Okay, good.
So I guess the problem's in another apartment.
Actually, you know what, I think it's a storage room over here that they were coming,
Let's see
if
that.
I'm not mistaken. No, it's not a storage, I think it's in the back. Oh, actually, yeah.
It's in that.
You know, sometimes the word just,
They go.
yeah, they go right, and they go right. So, yeah, I already treated that already on Friday as well, so.
Okay.
Okay, no, we're good over here. So I'll stop by again. Probably this Friday coming up.
Okay.
You don't need to move anything, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just wanna put some gel again.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate that.
Okay, cool, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem, have a good one.
See you Friday.
Yes, sir.
That was quick. Hey, not for you. That was the maintenance. Hey, Jaquantas, print up. Hey, Lamarr, watching all the way from China. Ooh, wow. Love your YouTube videos. Thank you, Jaquantas. I appreciate that. Who's cock blocking on the low, Rasheen? Ooh, child. For Jaden Smith, I see it all fake for publicity. No love, no feature, just illusions. What do you mean, Natalie? I don't know. I definitely get like a bisexual gay vibe from Jaden. Thanks, Nick. What was I gonna say? You know what I want Jaden to do? I want Jaden to protect his energy. That's what I need Jaden to do. I need Jaden to protect his energy, especially as a gay boy. All right. Yeah. Especially a gay boy out there in Hollywood. I'm just gonna call it. Can I call it? Is that bad? I think he might be gay, all right? Aren't their parents also gay? Allegedly, Natasha. Allegedly. But I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, not for you to know. Good morning. Here's to a great day. Yes, you guys. I think before I end the live, I'm gonna pull a card for everybody. I know I'm fine. I try sometimes. Yes, Nick. I'm sure you are fine. Fine like a bottle of wine, honey. Oh my God, Breen, Aisha going crystal shopping. I want to go. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. And then we could live stream it, or we could just do a video. That would be so funny. I do need some new crystals though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Tammy. You know, we're just gonna send Jaden love and light. All right. I just want Jaden to protect his energy. You know, that's all I need Jaden to do. Some age like wine, while others age like cheese. Exactly, Nick. But you are aging like wine, honey. We are aging like wine. I want to do a tarot reading with you soon, but my camera on my Mac is broken, so I need to get that fixed first, but I'm super excited. Yes. I also do FaceTime on phone. So if you have a smartphone, I can FaceTime you on there or Skype you, something like that. Or I can do a phone reading, but you know, whichever you prefer. Y'all must not watch the Red Table Talk. I love their family. They're pretty cool. The Red Table Talk. I've never heard of that before. How long have I been on here, guys? It doesn't tell me how long I've been on here. Oh, you make orgonite. I do want some orgonite. I don't have that. But isn't orgonite expensive? Oh, right. Jaden Willow's TV show. Okay, yeah. I think I've seen an episode of that. I think I saw the episode where they were interviewing Willow about something. I'm just waiting for payday this Friday, ready to dip into some more of my tea. Yes, Bree. Yes, Bree. I've been on live for 4 hours. Should we just stop? Oh my God, it doesn't even feel like 4 hours. Are you serious? Nick, you need some crystals? Me too. Oh, you don't make Organite anymore. Really good. Will and Jada did a real good episode. I might have to watch. I want to know why Will Smith looks so different. I understand we all age, but he looks like totally different. Or is it just me? Sam, you got on live early. I did get on live early. Like, really, I don't even know what time I went live. But yeah, I just felt like going early today and talking about the astrology of Trump. But of course, it turned into our own little powwow. About their relationship, it was real raw. They talked about everything, depression and all. Please do. Interesting. Because I want to know how their relationship works. You know, I don't want to read into it, but I want them to tell me. You know, I want them to spill the tea. That's what I need from Will and Jada. No, he does look different, like a man baby. It's weird. I know. Like, yeah, he looks different. Not the Will I grew up seeing in the 90s. I need to shave. Watch that episode. I'm telling you, everybody enjoyed it. They communicate and they are rich. Very rich. Yes, we all gotta go crystal shopping. Yes, that would be so fun if we all went crystal shopping. I really want to like go on an excursion with some of you one day and just live stream it. I think that would be really fun. We have so many plans with these live streams. I'm really excited to see what this all turns into because it's just starting. All right. And they have an open relationship. Yeah. I don't know about those open relationships. I don't know if I could do it. I've actually been offered it, but the guy was drunk at the time, so I took it with a grain of salt. Not that I would have done it anyway, because I definitely wouldn't have. Also, he was an Aquarius, so I know I need me and one man. And I don't share. No sharing here. Me too, my beard is getting annoying. Yeah, like I can't with my beard getting too long. Oh, so they said it's not open. Ciao. Do you believe that? Talked about how money didn't make them happy, real life stuff. Jada cried for 45 days straight every day. Wow. It's especially before you go West Coast. Yes. I have a class in the morning. Could you possibly pull a card for all of us, please? Yes, I'm going to pull it before I leave. I'm going to leave soon. It's just so hard for me to leave. But I don't know if I should go to the gym once I leave. What should I do once I leave? I don't know. I think I actually might go to the gym. For once. It is the day of Mars, and I pull cards. Remember when I pull those cards for us all? And it was like the day of action. It's a good day to be active. So I think I might take advantage of these energies like David did and go to the gym. I believe the Smiths love each other. Like genuine love. I can see that, you know, like I believe they genuinely love each other. That would make sense. They've been together for so long, you know, through the ups and downs. Do it, Lamarr. That's where I'm headed. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the gym, you guys. So, let me put on something cute because you know there'd be cute guys there and everything. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys for joining me on this live. I had so much fun, and I did not expect to be here for as long as I did. But I never expect to be here for as long as I am. The Smiths come off as fake, though. I'm in love with the idea of them being a rich, black, successful couple. Exactly, Rasheen. That's what I love, is that they're rich, black, and successful. But there's always more than meets the eye, though, you know? But anyways, thank you guys for joining this live. I really appreciate you all. And I hope that you enjoyed this live. I hope you got some insight and clarity, some, you know, some education, all right? And I hope that you just enjoyed being here with me as much as I enjoyed being here with you all. Once again, if you want your own personal reading from me, you can contact me on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I do currently have a special going on, 20 minutes of tarot, 20 minutes of a birth chart overview reading for $55. It's my 2020 special. Okay, so check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com for that. I also do personal private birth chart astrology overview readings where I look at all your placements, your Chiron, your Vesta, your Juno, your 1st through 12th house, your aspects, your sixth house, conjunctions, oppositions if you have any, squares if you have any. So go ahead and get a birth chart reading from me if you want one, and also look into getting a psychic tarot reading. I am available. And I thank you guys for joining me on this live. I love you all. Bye, Maury. You had fun? Yes, I had fun, Tammy. Bye, Shalita. Bye, Bree. Bye, Nick. Bye, Rasheen. And I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully later tonight. All right. Bye, Lil P Ratliff. Nick, I'll help you with Diet Lamarr. I'll send you the email soon. Yes, Nick. Email me, and I'll be on the lookout for the email. All right. And I'm about to go to the gym, you guys. All right. So let me go get my workout on. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we will reconvene later. All right. Love you guys. Peace, love, and chicken grease.